Borrello, individuals with strong family ties to defendants convicted in connection with the Pizza Connection narcotic distribution case of the 1980s.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Monday night live stream. 52 topics with
Francis Fiordolino.
Frank Fiordolino.
Francis Fiordolino.
Fuck you, D.
Yes, his name is Francis. Francis.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Francis. What's going on? We got some announcements to make. We got two guests coming on tonight. We're going to have a really good show. Let's say hi to some people. I'll bring them up on the screen, Francis, and you shout them out. First, the great Roro.
The best. Love you, Ro.
52 people in the chat. More people will be joining soon. Chad D, what's going on, buddy?
Chad, hold the phone. Chad's going to be our new football pick guy. He's going to give us the pick of the week. He also gives his services to the great Gunsmoke, who celebrated his 4-year anniversary. Welcome to the crew, Mr. Chad from Boston.
Shout out Chad D. I'll be sitting out of that one. I'll be listening. I could give a rat's butthole about football, but it's all right. Lisa Pizzatola, what's going on, Lisa? J. Tro, Sister, Chris S.2, Omar, Matt, you're early today. That's good. Soretti, he said something else down there. We'll get to it. Pasta Patate, happy birthday. Happy birthday to your child, to your son.
Eva Fries, hello. Real quick, Eva Fries, hello, how you doing?
Joe Root,
Scott H. What's up, Scott? Go ahead, my bad. Tommy.
Yes, already. Yeah, Danny Trio's coming on.
He finally gave in. It's already. He finally gave in.
Yeah, he's gonna come in later. Yeah, you're a fag. He's gonna come in later. Oh my fucking god. BTF Phoenix, what's going on? Nihama. Godfather Cali, JoJo Christmas. His name is Francis. That's right. David Price. Eva Fraz, what's going on? How are you? We'll say hi to you.
How you doing? I never met her.
Southie, what's up? Proletarian on parole. Look at this scumbag. Ready to roll like he got it.
Let's rock and roll.
Proletarian also is going to he's going to start contributing to the channel also. He is going to start contributing his write-ups, essays to the channel. We will be posting them in our community posts. I think we're going to make them public. We won't put them behind the membership paywall, which
we should. He has really good stuff.
So look out for Proletarian's writings coming to the channel soon. Those are going to be good. What he sent me so far was great. So we're going to get those up. Thank you to everybody who has decided to become a member of the channel thus far. What's up, AFBI? What's going on, buddy? How are you?
My man, another fat ball Italian. What's going on, my man? I love that guy. He's a good dude.
If you have not joined the channel, on the top of the chat, you'll see a pinned comment, which gives you the link to join. It's $4.99 a month. We're going to give you 2 extra live streams a month. Our live streams are usually 2 hours plus, so you're talking about 4 to 5 hours of extra content that you get to look at us. You're going to get exclusive community posts, news archival stuff, and of course, you're going to get access to Ridgewood, A True Story Season 2 before anybody. Maybe when the season's over, who knows? We'll put it out to the public or whatever, but until that thing is done, until we've decided what to do, it's going to be members only. $4.99 a month, 16 cents a day. How's that sound? 16 cents a day. It's pretty
What's
cheap.
up, Jeff? What's up, Jeff? We got Jeff in the house. Jeff is my goddaughter's dad. My beautiful
What's
goddaughter.
up, Jeff?
So shout out to Jeff from Cartagena, Colombia. He's in the house, baby. Nice to
What's
see you.
going on,
bro.
Jeff? Glad to see you, buddy.
little
Tower
guy-
King from the Penal Colony, my man. The kid from Woodhaven. What's going on?
The kid from Wood.
Look at this guy. AFBI with the $99.99 donation. My man. You're the
Yeah,
fucking man, dude.
AFBI, my man. Fucking
You're the man, dude. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You got to hang out when you come back to New York, man. Me, you,
Yeah.
and
You got to come on the show
Woke.
live. You got to
Yeah, that too. Thank you, AFBI. That really means a lot, buddy. Thank you so much. We miss you too. Where you been, man?
Yeah, sister. What's up, my man?
Probably busy. This guy's a fucking world traveler.
He's a world traveler. I'm excited about today's show.
Yeah, today's show is going to be good. We got some guests popping up. They've been having some really funny shows over there on their channel. We'll talk
Real
about that
funny.
soon.
Yeah, their show.
Entertaining guys, to say the least.
Yeah.
$1.99 from Frank, the kid from Woodhaven. Thank you, my man. Yo, Frank, you hear Vito is captain?
I'm surprised it's not bullshit.
There you go. There you
I mean,
go.
think about it. Who the fuck? Come on, man. The guy's a ledge. I shouldn't be happy for a guy that's going back to that life, but it's like watching a shark eat somebody. That's what he does for a fucking living. Well, I don't know if he's earning a living when he's eating people, sharks, but that's what they do. And if they do it profoundly and they do it the way they know how to do it, you can't beat nature. So if he's at that again, I feel bad, but at the same time, that's what he wants.
Did I mess up the date in the title, Phoenix? What did I have? Did
Tell
I
him,
not put the
baby, tell him.
Did I not put the 28th? 28th is on the thumbnail, though, right? Look at me. I'm such a freaking moron. Oh, shit.
What happened?
July. I'm in last month. I'm living in the past over here. Jeez. Embarrassing. Talk about embarrassing.
You spelled Bucciolato wrong last week. James called me up. He goes,
That's the
"What's
first
up?"
time I did it, all right? He's been on the show a bunch of times. It's not an easy name to remember, but I fixed it in a flash.
I couldn't tell if you did or not.
I fixed it in like 2 seconds, though.
I just
Sorry. Sorry, Dr. James. Won't do it again. I embarrassed myself because I made a point to mention that that I got it right. I don't have to look to get it right. Obviously, that was bullshit.
There's my man Matt. What's up, Matt?
Antonio, what's going on, buddy? Matt,
Antonio Delgado.
I just changed it. See how fast that happens? I already changed it. At least I had it on the thumbnail. David Price wants some camo, members only 50. Yeah, but we get some real tree. We'll get some real tree camo with the 52 topics.
We've seen Southie here, right? So
Yes.
Today's show is brought to you by, yep, I said it, Shamrock Auto in New Hampshire. So if you're looking for a car at a nice rate and a nice car at that, go check out Southie.
I like that shirt. I thought it was one of those Ralph Lauren. They got those. What is
Nice
that?
shirt,
They had
it
a
really
bunch
is.
of kayak and a bunch of shit that Ralph Lauren came out with a while back.
Yeah.
Doulas.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard that in a What's Up My Doulas. Jesus Christ, I haven't heard
What's
that
a
in a
doula?
while. I haven't. Doula is what is it? I think it actually has something to do with like pregnancy or something. Oh, that's a doula, DOULA, non-medical professional service for another person, having to do with women and pregnancy or whatever. But for whatever reason, people used to call people doulas. I don't know. I used to know this kid who used to call me a son doula. He said, "Yo, what up, my son doula?"
What's what we
I
got?
said,
here?
"All right, whatever, buddy."
Fish.
Southie in the house. What's up, my man?
Anytime,
Fish,
South.
what's
anytime,
going on?
good dude. You're a good dude.
Son, there he goes. Your son.
And then Mr. Fish out in fucking Minnesota, selling them Brooklyn style ices like no one else can. And that's what he does.
Yeah. Yep. Mango, number one seller. You got it, son doula. Yeah, there you go. Mango, number one seller in Minnesota.
Mango.
Mango ice.
It's fruity.
Yeah.
What he said,
It's
well,
fruity.
All right, so you're pro gay.
I guess.
That's a good. The real Giacomo Amato's here.
I don't know if that's the real Giacomo Amato.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not. Is that the real Giacomo Amato?
Yeah, well, of course. Let me tell you something.
That's not the real Giacomo Amato.
He says, "Yo, Brett, I can't wait for your deep dive on Conti."
On who?
Conti. Is that would be Patsy Conti?
Oh yeah, I'm probably not going to do that. Or if we're going to do that, we're going to do that here. That's up Frank's alley.
Yeah, I mean, a very interesting guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Some people are trying to determine if he's dead or not. Yeah, I think he's dead a while back.
You know what's funny? A while ago, there was like no death. That's why I said that a while back when Tom was on.
Right.
Because the last I looked, whatever was a couple years ago, whatever, there was nothing to be. Not that it's anyone's business, whatever. But when I looked again after that episode, I found a death date that he died. So I don't know.
Yeah, he died a while back. I remember when I was in the can, I picked up a Joker Poker charge as a predicate of RICO. You know, what another predicate. So they get you two, they fuck you, whatever. And guess who gets hit with the same predicate as mine? Joe Messina. So it's me and him on a predicate of Joker Poker, and we're figuring out what the fuck do we got to do with each other. And he says to me, he goes, I think it's Patsy Conti. Word on the street is he flipped.
Get the fuck out of here.
Huh? Yeah, no, I swear to God.
Was that really the word that he flipped?
That he's flipping, yeah. No. God's honest truth.
Wow.
Swear to God that he was flipping, yeah. His brother had flipped. He had a brother that flipped. And I don't know how involved in the mob he was. He was an associate, but I don't know how involved. And that's what he told me. So I said, okay. What the fuck? I'm fighting a murder fucking kid. I don't give a fuck about a Joker Poker. And what are you? You got 8 bodies. All right. So it's Patsy Conti. Who gives a fuck? I never had anything. You know what I mean? Later we found out it wasn't Patsy Conti who put the fucking rap on us, but it was Fabio Borrello.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where the connection was. I don't know what kind of connection he had with Joe, but obviously he had a connection with me. So that's how that was about. But so it wasn't Patsy. So he told me, no, it wasn't Patsy. He told me himself. But that rumor was flying for sure.
Okay. Okay. Woodhaven, you're talking about George Conti. Okay, I get it.
Oh, no.
No, we're talking about Patsy, but he was talking
Patsy.
about
We're talking about Patsy.
Okay.
Yeah, we keep mixing up the matter of fact,
yeah.
I know there's something wrong with the spelling. I think the Conti I'm talking about has an I at the end, not an E.
Right. Busy day today. If you seen a do, Brett, tell him I said thank you. Yeah, I know he told you a while ago to do that TikTok. You got 17,000. I got to follow that. Let me know what it is. I don't use TikTok, but I'll check you out on there. Kevin Milley, new member. Thank you, buddy, Kevin. Appreciate you, my man.
Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, so we're doing the memberships, and thanks for joining, guys. It makes it more worth knowing that people actually want to become a member of what we're putting out. So that's cool. It's not much. It's $5. Like I said before, if you guys can't do it, email me and I'll see what I can do. We'll fix that. Because at the end of the day, I want you all here. The ones that can pay, and there's ones that can pay that are making up for those that don't want to pay. What do? They donate memberships.
Right, they gift them. Yeah, they gift them. Yeah.
And I get it, but yeah, thank you to all of you.
George Conti. Okay, yeah, Woodhaven. Okay, yeah. I mean, I could think of something. Thank you again for the $1.99 for sure. Appreciate that. Good
question from another fat. There he goes. No, he goes as members, technically associates. I'm going ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
Frank, were ATM machines when placed in stores and businesses also run by the mob in 90s? Good question.
You know what? I think some of them were. I remember guys that were usually vendors that, rubbed elbows with gangsters because they could put their places in a lot of places by just being part of them. They would give a percentage.
Right.
Legitimate guys that just got in with illegitimate guys. So that was going around. I'm not saying all of them, but a few of them. Mob is into everything if they could get in. If it has money involved, they'll get in. Big thing in the back then when I was a small kid, it was pinball machines, cigarette machines, then the video machines, and then eventually the Joker poker machines.
Carlos, my man, what's going on? Donna, Creative Creep, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Philly Bob, new member. Thank you, Philly Bob. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you.
Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Philly.
Thank you, everybody, for $7 to withdraw. Sounds like some. Well, the thing with those fucking ATMs is that your bank is going to hit you up for like $2 or $3 just for not using their ATM. Then you're going to get the fee from the bodega, whatever it is, which might be like $2. So it's like usually a $5 investment, you know, when you don't go to your ATM.
And I hear at the fucking casinos, it's crazy. They want something like $9 or something like that
crazy.
on a withdrawal.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're making enough money already. What the fuck you doing?
Help feed Frank and Brett. Sally Struthers is doing it. Is she still around, Sally Struthers? Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while. Is doing an infomercial for $5 a month. You can make sure they don't starve and live. Thank you, Lefty. That's right. That is right.
Yeah, that is right.
You guys
Sally
got fat
Struthers-
with everybody starved in the streets.
She has enough.
That's right.
One breast alone, she could feed fucking Ethiopia these days.
Remember that?
A fucking big.
I mean, she was eating everything, and she was just, hey, Uncle Robin's in the house. What's going on? Robin the Boy
What's
Wonder.
up, Uncle Rob?
Thank you. That's insane. $9. Yeah. I got hit with a $3 ATM fee, $3 bank fee. So that's what it is. They hit you up. Jeff Howlett, he's a member now. Thank you, Jeff Howlett.
Right.
Appreciate
Him and my
you.
goddaughter. That's right, in the house. Jeff Howlett, a member. Looking
Thank
good,
you.
baby, looking good.
Half Day of the Jackal, my man. What's going on, buddy? $10 from Half Day of the Jackal. Thank you, everybody. You guys are so kind. Appreciate all of you.
And thank you
Thank
for
you so
your
much.
donation, Jackal, this week. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, obviously, you know, what we're doing on this channel takes hours and hours of time to do. Most of it is all our Ridgewood series is not monetized, just in case you guys wanted to know that. Frank loves to use real music. I agree. It sets the mood. It sets the tone. It's good to use real music that's like popular or
Brings you back.
You know, brings you back, right? So that's one of the reasons that we're not fucking monetized, because we use all that music and everything else. So it's not like we're making a bunch of fucking money here. So the memberships, the donations, we really appreciate all you guys. BTF Phoenix, she donated a membership to somebody. We'll see who gets it. I can't check. So if you guys want to type who gets it, I can't check through the thing.
Thank you, BTF Phoenix. Thank you.
Scott H is in the credit union. That's good, Scott H. You look like a credit union type of guy, Scott. I got to be honest with you. Not that that's bad. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, look, we got Salicati in the house, and his favorite guy, the real Giacomo Amato, is here. I was gifted.
This is not the real Giacomo Amato.
I was actually faithful.
Anyway. All right, we got two guys behind the scenes. We're gonna welcome them onto the show.
Exciting.
Frank is very excited. We're both excited because we've been watching these guys on Gene's channel, Gene Borrello's channel. We'll see what they're going to do, if they're going to keep doing the shows together. They're drawing a nice crowd. Let's see Fish real quick. Fish, $20. Brett, if you talk to the dude, tell him Fish says thank you. My TikTok is blown. Thank you, Fish. I will let the dude know if I do speak to him. But that's good that you're doing that. Make sure to type it here because I want to watch you scoop ISIS for Somalians in Minnesota. I don't know, whatever it is you're doing over there. All right, let's welcome
Thank you, Lisa.
Anthony Hootie Russo and Gene Borrello. This is the Queen's stream tonight. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, fellas?
That's right, Queens.
Nice to
Ozone
see you
Park.
again,
Let's
Gene.
make sure we stress the Ozone Park part.
Gotcha. Ozone Park. Mr. G's Pizza in the house right there.
Rockaway Boulevard. It was my first drug spot.
Those were all my friends back in the day. They were all my friends there. The Palmieri's, the Antonucci's, little Augie.
Oh,
I just actually spoke to little Augie.
Did you? How's he doing?
He's good. He's actually down here in Florida.
Oh, good.
you knew those mental cases, the Antonucci's?
Yeah, of course. They're originally from Ridgewood. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah. No, I know where they're from.
I was locked up with Baldy. I was with Dave in jail.
Yeah. How's he doing? Anybody know?
Whacked out. His older brothers, doing life. His brother Mike's fucking nuts.
Mike, yeah, Mike, the younger one.
Absolutely. What's going on though, bro?
Good, not bad, man. I'm glad you guys are here, man. You guys, let me tell you, we're just talking about. You guys have the funniest best show around. I'm serious. If you guys on and stop everything and I just fucking sit right there and watch it, you say shit I don't want to say. I just be fucking quite honest with you. But
If
you're on
we didn't
point.
talk the way we talked, we'd have triple the amount of views. We're getting shadow banned so bad. So they shadow ban. We'll talk about like a preview of going on for 30 seconds. It'll get 15,000 views, and when we go on the live, it gets chopped to nothing because they're the things that we're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but I mean, you're making it work. You're definitely gonna eventually get a bigger platform. I can't see not happening. That's how good.
Hey, if you guys can't, it's cool. But can you horizontal it? Like if you turn it to the side?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we can only see like.
Let me see.
Now
Maybe. Man.
Oh, the other way. Let me see.
This is what you look like after 15 beers.
Let me see. No, it's not going.
It's cool.
We couldn't get it onto the computer. We couldn't get the link onto the computer, so we're using the phone.
Okay.
That's why.
All right.
No, it's all good.
We're not tech savvy over here. We're the most untech savvy you could think of, bro. It's like
that's cool. I like stuff like that. I'm not into like the high fucking.
Yeah,
Me too. I had somebody put this get up for me in the back. We got the Williamsburg Bridge. There's no prostitutes underneath there or Hasidic Jews trying to get.
Yeah, not no more anyway. You try to go down there underneath that bridge, get $30 million apartments.
So you know what I wanted to ask you, Frankie, because you hung out in Janini Lounge. You know what I'm saying? That was your guys. What do you think about Vito being home right now? What do you think's going on?
I personally don't. He was a friend of mine. I didn't put him in jail. I got arrested after. He was one of the guys out of a few of them I did like, believe it or not.
No, I'm saying, what do you think he's doing right now? What do you think his game plan is?
I don't know. Somebody just put in the chat that he's a captain now. That was quick.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if he's the boss. How about
that? Guys come home and take over the family.
Michael Myers. You guys running around with a gas station outfit and a fucking Michael Myers mask on right now. Yeah,
right. You ain't wrong about that. Which is a question I'm going to ask both of you guys. I mean, who was the toughest guy around when you guys either young, around your time, our time, whatever? And
well, we got 3 different generations, so you can answer first for yours.
I'm going to go with people I was around. I can't go with people I didn't know. I hear stories about Paulie Galino, which I hear was a tough kid. You know, the Joey Caves kid, a really tough kid. You know, but I wasn't around them. Yeah, my cousin Dino obviously was part of that crew, but
Little Dino.
Big Dino, his cousin.
Big Dino, yeah.
Me and his mother are first cousins.
Yeah, they were brutal. They killed everybody. You know?
They were a brutal bunch. And I go all the time with my first pick is Vito Guzzo.
Right.
I seen him. He was cold. He didn't need, a lot of these guys got to take some fucking shit to become who they got to become.
Right.
Especially when they're doing that, when their game steps up to that, like the killings and crap like that.
Right.
Either with drugs or alcohol or whatnot. This guy was cold. He didn't drink much. He just didn't talk much. People, when he didn't like you, he looked at you one time and then turned his head down. And then the second time he puts his head up, if you're looking at him, that's a problem with him right there. And that would go. I was there when he shot the Ruggiero kid.
That's crazy.
Me and him. It was just me and him. It was spur of the moment. The kid pushed him. He said, "What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?" He didn't even think. So right out of the fucking one of those 25 specials, 22, boom, right in the belly.
I heard after he shot him though, he found out who it was. I heard he said, "Damn, I fucked up."
Yeah. Well, I was the one who told him because I went back to Gates Avenue, and he's there. He goes, "Meet me over there." I said, "Yeah, I'll meet you on Gates." When I get there, I go, because all the rumblers, I knew the kid looked familiar because I knew the older brother, both older brothers actually. So I said, "Fuck." Well, I'm walking out. I hear, it's fucking Lewis. It's Lewis. Lewis who? Ruggiero. I said, "Oh my God." Now you got to remember, this is a time where
in the 80s he's gone.
You're taking the words right out of my mouth. You exactly 100%.
Gone.
It's John's in jail. Dad's dead. So, and he did kind of start it. Back then, he didn't give a fuck if he started or ended it. He Vito would have been gone.
No, wait. But he was gone then too. He just didn't die. They shot him 6 times over it.
They did.
Let's not forget that. I mean, in the 80s, I was there. He got shot 6 times. He just happened to survive.
Yeah.
Who's
He
that?
shot Vito 6 times for shooting Lewis.
Yeah, that was
No,
one of his
no. Vito got
Well, he
shot
was shot
over.
on 2 different occasions.
He did. One was Joe Conti because they had a fallout. And the second time was at the Gold's Gym because he was putting pressure on the guy from the backdraft.
No, he wasn't. That's it. That's what you want to still believe.
That's the guy who shot him, though.
Yeah, they claim. Well, they claim. You know, people claim that Eddie Recker and them shot him up coming out the gym.
No, it was the guy. The guy did it because then Plan 2 came in motion. We were looking for this guy. He used to go play softball and shit. And we were like, well, how are we going to get him? He's always walking around with a whole bunch of cops and fire department guys. Vito seen him shoot him. Vito was like Frogger on Woodhaven Boulevard. He fucking crawled on his belly and made it to St. John's side with fucking like 7 shots in him. No, we knew
who's the
who
worst
did
guy from your era.
Those guys, Eddie Recker.
Who's it? Yeah,
Hudson.
Yeah, the worst guys.
Jerry
The worst guys in his era would be like Eddie Recker and all that crew.
You know, the Young Guns.
Young Guns.
No. They hated the Young Guns.
The
they weren't the
77
same
boys.
Yeah, I remember Eddie Recker. He was crazy. You know who was crazy too before he got into drugs? The Chris Falcara kid. He used to fucking tear fucking phone books, you know. But then he got into
his phone books.
Yeah,
yeah, but I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like I know the inside. I know a guy that knocked him out cold.
Yeah, you know what happens is when people become drug addicts and alcoholics in that life, they start getting abused. I know. Chris,
I'm talking about in his heyday, 88 Park.
That guy, whoever knocked him out must have been a strong motherfucker, though. You know.
Yeah. Listen to me. Those Hyde brothers and Fitzgeralds, they were tough bastards, man.
My era, I always go with Chris Cagnata. That was the worst kid we had. He was he was beyond bad. You know what I mean? This kid didn't give a fuck if you were a wise guy. He didn't care who you were. This guy would get you. He didn't give a fuck, man. He was the perfect weapon. This guy would knock you out with his hands, shoot you, stab you. He didn't give a fuck. He went up against Cruz. He didn't care, man. He was a one-man army and just terrorized everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, you get them. It's New York City, man. You get
he didn't give a fuck. They don't realize how wild our neighborhoods were. They think like we're regular white guys. Like they don't understand.
No.
Come on, man. Way different.
Woodhaven,
man.
Listen, the kids in your neighborhood would go out on their lunch at Christ the King and stick up banks. Those fucking kids right at their birth. The one kid shot the girl in the stomach for the other kid because she got pregnant with his baby. Then you had that other maniac that they shipped to the Bronx, Anthony Aiello Ace. He was part of the Virginia Cafe crew. You guys had a lot of fucking guys that was out of their minds over there.
Yeah, they arrested them at in lunchtime from robbing banks.
Yeah, I remember like yesterday. Those guys were the same age as me.
Oh, were they? Oh, okay.
I was in Franklin K. Lane. I was going to Franklin K. Lane at the time when they got pinched.
Yeah, that was the Peter Capri kid.
Yeah. They were robbing banks. This guy.
They arrested that kid. They arrested that kid at lunchtime.
Yeah.
He tells the feds, "How you know I usually cut out all the fucking time? How you know I was here?
Did you know?
Been watching you motherfuckers. This is in high school.
Hey, did you know Vito Good Time?
Vito Good Time.
Vito Good Time. Vito Love. You know Vito, I don't lose my good time. You know Vito Love?
Yeah. I told you this story, right? I brought him to his first bat whacking. He thought he was Babe Ruth. Yeah. He whacked the kid in the head. But I told him he wasn't a kid, it was an older guy, fucking Vietnam vet who was extorting a whole bunch of fucking like skelly Italian guys at the Irish bar.
Right.
And so Vito one day goes, "Hey, look, I'll pay his fucking tab." All right. The guy goes, "Yeah, what do you got?" And that old Irish guy drunk. He goes, he owes me $300 for about 4 years. So he goes, "Okay, leave him alone." This guy John was good with Bobby glasses. So Vito wanted to look good. He gets the $300. Right? And he gives him $300, the Vietnam guy, the Vietnam vet guy, right? Big Ed, his name was. He used to scare all the drunks. He looked like the fucking Iceman, okay? So we're at the card game, and Vito gets a call. He goes, "Listen, that guy's bothering John again. He wants more money." I go, "Well, you just fucking paid him. What are you gonna go give him money again? Go fucking knock him out." He goes, "All right, come with me." I said, "All right, come on." We get in a car. We get to this bar. We go for the bar, the exit. I go, "Where's the bat?" He goes, "It's in the back. Give me the bat." So as I walk in, he got it. He go, and he hands it to me. I go, "I'm not gonna do this. You're gonna do this, stupid. It's your fucking beef."
I can't believe you did it.
I can't believe he did it.
Well, he had the pressure on, but he got so scared he swung the bat too fucking hard. He cracks the guy right on top of the fucking head. It looks like that picture where Gotti and Fraglione over there killed that fucking guy in Staten Island. Like, guys on the floor like this with his belly, there's blood fucking leaking out. I said, "What the fuck did you do?" He goes, you told me to hit him. I said I thought you to fucking swing for the bleachers. What is this? We're walking out arguing about this, right? And you could tell it was like his first piece of work, baseball bat work.
Yeah.
And now he's worried about fucking Bobby, getting into him because it's his friend's place. And this was like Friday night. This guy's about to make money, and they got the ambulances there, the cop cars there, bringing this fucking. He wore a head cast. We seen him 4 days later. He didn't kill him, thank God. But Vito was scared. So we see Bobby. So the whole thing with that was he was good because he did a favor for John, who Bobby liked a lot. He used to answer phones for him at the fucking at one of his sports places,
Okay.
So he liked this kid a lot, but even though he was a fuck up. So Vito's scared. He goes, "What the fuck's gonna happen now?" Bobby goes, "What happened?" I go, fucking was bothering John. He goes, "Yeah, John's a good guy, Bobby," because he wasn't pissed. So he let that fucking go, but he was scared. So that's Vito loves his work.
Bobby Glasses chased Vito about 6 times.
Oh yeah. 6 is an understatement. Fuck yeah.
I
hold stories because I don't want to. At the end of the day, it's just one kid that I don't know. He was good in a position. Everybody in the family needs some guy like that. I don't know about a maid member, but in particular, Joe Messino used to say you need a lot of vegetables to make a good soup,
Right.
I guess he's doing, I don't know, but you guys have a different perspective. I understand why you guys would be bitter, like myself. I remember all these fucking pineapples getting made.
Yeah.
And I was there, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I remember Nicky Santoro telling me, goes, don't worry about it. It's all right, man. Don't get bitter. Your time will come, whatever. Obviously, it didn't. I got too bitter.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're talking to each other. But that was that.
I mean,
speaking of different perspectives. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I tried to kill his cousin, Phil Galena. That was the problem I had. And then he tried to line me up. Yeah.
It's not even his cousin. That's a fucking thing. That's a problem. A lot of these freaking Sicilian groups do. They always go to bat with people they don't have no business going to bat for.
You're right. And we thought he tried to set us up at Peter's cigar place. That's why, it was always my friend Bobby made him shake. My partner Bobby G had him shaking in Pasha. Shaking. He pulled a knife on him. Shaking. He was shitting himself. He used to wear his 3-piece suit and his cognac. His fucking asshole walk around. He's fucking he got his cognac. He's like this with his cigars. He go, get this cartoon character the fuck away from me, man. This guy's like he's out of a fucking TV show. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What were you saying over there, partner?
No, I was saying, speaking of different perspectives, I'm going to put a picture of somebody on the screen that Frank would call a friend, but you guys go pretty hard in the paint against this guy based on watching.
Oh, show.
Based on watching you guys. So what's the deal with Joe O'Kane?
Oh,
I wasn't expecting.
I don't have no problem with Joe O'Kane. I really didn't know him. I didn't know him. I know he helped kill my cousin. That was the only thing.
Well, that's enough for
that was pretty grimy, but that was it. But my cousin was doing wild shit, but I didn't know Joe O'Kane like that. I know he put work. He did a lot of slime ball shit, but we all did slime ball shit. I can't sit and tell you we all were slimy dudes. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I never had no problem with him. Johnny Eli didn't like him for the reasons. I know Johnny said he did put work in, but he knew him more than me. I didn't really know him like that, but he did get, they stabbed him to death in his cell, so he's gone.
They should realive him and stab him fucking 37 more fucking times.
Well, there you go. See,
fuck him. Fuck with cancer to his kids, cancer to anybody. Fuck that scumbag.
What'd he do? Huh?
He killed Joey Stabile. Listen, those kids grew up together. Joey Stabile was one of the toughest kids to come out of Ozone Park. Queens, stone cold. Got married, had a kid, was working in the junkyard. A&G was his family. The Stabile family, Lucchese's. One of the nicest guys around. Did fireworks, but nicest guy if you know him. Bully, tough guy when he was a kid. Him and Joey grew up since they were kids together. Best friends. For a bullshit couple $, the father-in-law paid Joe to get Joey Stabile out of the way, and he shoots his fucking friend in the back of the head. But to boot, he's this big, tough guy, scary guy that everybody thinks he is. I know a few people that abused him. But he shows up to the hospital right next to me. We watch Joey get helicoptered in. I'm sitting, I make it to the hospital. I'm looking at the glass. They're going to work on Joe. I look to the side of me. Joe O'Kane sitting on the side of me, almost in tears, that his lifelong friend sitting there with a bullet in his head. Just a
The one
fucking
that he
all-around piece of shit.
Some, listen, some people feel some way. Everyone got different opinions, you know. I didn't know him. I know he put work in. I know he did, but I obviously didn't know that stuff. But I have no issue with him. I just know that he helped, or if he did even, I don't even know if he really was there. I'm not sure because everyone said I know it was Anthony Tabita, Vito Guzzo, and I think it was Joe O'Kane. I'm not sure. I don't know. But on my cousin when they killed him, but I don't know exactly who was, but they claimed Joe O'Kane. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was a lot more people than that. There was like 8 of them.
There was, right? Yeah, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? But the shooters were Vito Guzzo and Anthony Tabita. Yes.
Tabita had a rifle.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's fact.
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly.
No,
the
I
details.
understand. I understand why people will feel bitter.
Well, what about? But if Joe was there and Joe knew what was going on, he knows Johnny Boy since he's a baby.
Well, that's the life. And
yeah, but they're not gangsters. They're not straightened out. So I don't think that's the life.
That's the life. That's
you know what I mean? They're street guys.
And Jerry killed their best friend.
Yeah.
That's what happens, though. You know what I'm saying? I shot Chris, my friend. That's the life. I shot my friend. I know it's the life.
I know. Hootie's got a good point, valid point, and I'm glad you didn't go that route, Hootie. That you didn't have to do that to your friend. But we talk about farm teams a lot of times, and a lot of the farm teams, that's like their prerequisite. They got to get a soft kill, like a soft spot, and it's usually their best friends to kill that they're able, or somebody in the neighborhood. It's just part of that shitty ass fucking life, and that shows a lot about you, Hootie. That you're not about that shit. I'm not into that. I'm not gonna kill somebody to get elevated.
Listen to me. I got sent to set a few of my friends up, and I didn't do it. Yeah. I could have got clipped over one of them because I wasn't straightened out. Now I get straightened out, and I'm in the family. The family comes before anybody. That's no longer my best friend. I got brothers to worry about, but I wasn't straightened out at the time, nor am I now. So I'm not taking those orders. I took 3 of those orders and disobeyed them. One was to stab a guy, one was to baseball bat a guy, and one was to set a guy up, and I didn't do any of them. And I didn't go on the land either. I showed up on 101st Avenue like a fucking man.
That says a lot about you.
That's just me. You know what I'm saying?
I just know
certain guys. I've been around since forever, so I know how certain guys were growing up, how close certain guys were, and it just, I don't know, it just irks me the wrong. But come to figure, Vito's one of the most stand-up guys to ever come in the street. You never hear me say a bad word about him.
Yeah, I shot my friend, so I understand. It happens.
I shot people I knew since I've been young. I'm not laughing about it.
Yeah.
But my head was in a different place. I wanted to fucking be recognized so bad, and that's what my other friends were doing anyway. So
same thing.
You have to fit that criteria to keep on going, or else just go fucking get out of there.
Listen to me.
You're right.
You guys on First Point Road used to one up. I'm gonna burn this guy to death. He burnt the guy to death. Now I gotta kill 2 people.
There's a lot of truth.
Now I'm gonna put a guy in the trunk in broad daylight. You guys had a lot of fucking star power up there.
There was a lot of truth to that. There was a lot of truth.
Yeah, believe me, I was around for it. Every day we hear something new coming out of Ridgewood.
Yeah, they were bad.
It was
had a mean crew. You had a good Italian crew. You did. You definitely had good Italian guys. And then later on, it all became Albanians coming out of there. A lot of Albanians started coming.
Yeah.
Then the Italians disappeared.
The Albanians are funny, but you ever hear them? If you ever talk to them,
all the time.
Yeah, they talk. They're smarter than the Italians. They're like, you guys kill people. We don't kill people. We get the
they don't kill people. Get the fuck out.
We go to the safe. We go tick tick tick, take $1 million and go awful this shit over a couple of
They kill people like crazy. They're brutal.
To me, the most ruthless
they are
on the face of the earth were the Sicilians.
In the beginning,
Colombians took from them, street gangs took from them. Along came the Albanians, and I changed my tune real fucking quick. I know what they've done. I know what they were capable of, and I know what they keep on doing. There's nobody worse than the fucking Albanians when it comes to ruthlessness.
Hey, my friend, you want to hear something funny? I have 5 attempts on my life. Out of the 5, 3 of them are Albanians. Okay,
those guys don't stop.
3 times they tried to kill me with Albanians. 2 was these bum Italians, and 3 was fucking the Albanians. And one time they tried to shoot me in a fucking car, and they shot my friend through the throat, my other friend in the back. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I fought an Albanian. Listen, I fought an Albanian in middle school. I didn't even know he was Albanian. I thought he was Italian. We had a fight. I might have got a little bit of best of him. I had to fight his brother. I had to fight his other brother. By the 3rd brother, I said, buddies, listen, let's just be friends. Let's earn money. Let's sell pot. You know what I mean? Like, I was fed up already. They were bringing knives. They were coming by the house with baseball bats. They were driving cars at 13 years old. Like, I was like, these guys are relentless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like fucking. What's that movie? Like Borat. They're born with mustaches and beards.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that bad.
I give them a lot of respect, and that's not too many.
They
people
are.
say
They're
that.
the real deal. They're the real deal.
They don't give a fuck.
And they're all named John, Tony, or Anthony.
Sammy. I know them Sammys.
Yeah, a lot of Sammys. Yeah,
Sammy Z. I knew Sammy Z.
a lot of Sammys.
This is my brother, cousin Sammy. I go, what?
If they tell you their real name, you wouldn't understand it.
Nah,
That's
it's
right.
like, yeah.
Zizan or Zazan.
I actually became good friends with a lot of them, and I'm glad.
Yeah, no, I mean, I grew up in a very Eastern European neighborhood too. Back then, it was all Serbian, Croatians, Montenegrins. Then the Albanians came and fucking the game was over.
Yeah.
Big Germans in your area too, no? Years ago.
Yeah, one time a lot of Germans.
A lot of Germans in that area.
Frankie.
Yeah, they hated us. They hated
Frankie,
us.
The one thing about me and the reason why I can say a lot of people watch me and listen to me is because I never try to make myself bigger than what I am. I never try to I just say what I was doing, and I always tell her how it is. We take advantage of the times right now. Right now, what we're doing, we're taking advantage of the era. I can tell you for sure, if this was the 80s and the 90s, there'd be no YouTube. There'd be none of this. There'd just be bullets. You know what I'm saying?
There'll be Gerardo Herrera, a mask, and those sunglasses.
I was one of those guys where I would be like,
I hated Gratch. Were you kidding?
Listen, I was dying, but fuck that. I was dying to kill someone. I was dying to. So I know if I had the opportunity given, I'm like this. Ready, Frankie? It's like, give me a car, give me a mask, and give me a gun. Let's go get him. You know, that's how we thought. Nowadays, there's nobody like that. So you take advantage of the times, I say, because now we do what the fuck we want. No one's busting a grape. The gang members are still brutal, but the mob, they're not, you know, there's nothing. You know, there's nothing of like a search and destroy mission, a fucking, you know, going with machine guns and getting lit up. You know, that's a whole different world. And for people to think like now, oh, the mob's weak. Yeah, now it is. 25, 30 years ago, there's no fucking YouTube. There's no fucking interviews. There's no fucking Joey Molino on podcast. There's none of that. It's just straight bullets in your brain. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You remember when you were a kid and you got a beef with a guy and you would say, eventually he's got to come out of the house. Eventually he's got to go to the pizzeria. Eventually he's got to go to the park. Today's day and age, he don't ever got to come out of his house. Nobody comes out of the house. He can get homeschooled. Eventually he's got to come to the schoolyard. Eventually you're going to see him during football season in the snow. You know, one block played the next block. That doesn't exist anymore. So these kids don't even get their knuckles dirty. You know what I mean? When we were kids, it was, listen, if I can't grab him now, eventually he's got to come to the block. Eventually he's got to come to the park.
You can't run away. You can't run away.
You couldn't run away. You couldn't run away from. You couldn't run away. That's my point. And that's what made guys like. That's what made guys like us tough. The older guys, you know, breaking our balls to go fight one-on-one, putting fights together. You know, losing a fight, then that guy becoming your friend. This doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Frankie, how old are you, Frankie? What's your age?
55.
So yeah, you were right in that heyday. You were right in that heyday. Let's kill a day. You know what I'm saying?
The 90s were crazy. You know, people ask me about you all the time. They said, "What do you think? What do you think of Gene?" Like, and I think Tom Levesque asked me one time. I said if he grew up in my era, I said he'd have 5 bodies. He'd probably get caught. He'll get in trouble. And he go from there. I mean, there's no question about it. He won't kill you. I mean, you kidding? Yeah. He reminds me a lot. I told you remind me a lot growing up of Anthony Thabita. Very quick, very nutty, and, you know, smart, but just fucking wasn't clicking always at the same time. Yeah. And when something bothered him, I'll do what I do, and I'll think about it later, you know.
And you know what the fucked up part is? Like, in some of the shootings I did, like, I got lucky, Frank. I'll be honest with you. I could have been labeled a real scumbag because Ronnie had me shooting in cars on Crossbay Boulevard on ongoing traffic, and it was at a woman. And it wasn't even a right target. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I almost killed a woman and two people. You know, it was getting so reckless, you know, shooting into a car at people, and fucking, I almost killed a woman. You know what I'm saying? It got out of hand, you know what I mean? Shit started getting real crazy, and I'm lucky that I didn't have no innocent people like that, you know what I mean, and shit like that, you know what I mean? That would be hard to live with, you know?
I always told him, if he was doing what he was doing in 2014, in 1995 or 96, you had a little bit longer of a run.
Right.
You know? And he'd just be coming home now.
But
he'd just coming home now. He'd just be coming home now.
Yeah.
Like Paulie Ragusa, the kid that you grew up with. Paulie Ragusa was a tough kid from, I knew Paulie when we were young. You know, he was a tough kid from Ridgewood. You know what I mean? Sicilian kid.
Yep.
You know?
You're Sicilian too.
Yeah.
What are you, Palermo?
My father.
Yeah.
Palermo. And my other side, in Puerto Rico.
Oh, Partanigo. So yeah, Sicilian, 100%.
Yeah, that's why. If you ever see the hands, Frankie, I didn't do this for show.
I got one in the back.
Yeah.
I got one on the ribs. I mean, there you go. We all got them.
See that? Yeah. Gene, you would have had 10.
My
Did I
father
say
used to hang out
5?
at the Sucker Club on Knickerbocker Avenue with the Chichili.
Yeah, we had the coffee shop there, my brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. So did I say Gene had 5 body? He would have had 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 1995, forget about it. He would have caught a little bit longer of a run, and he'd be coming home now. Because those guys there was too many of them to watch just one.
Hey.
When he was doing it, he was the only one.
Hey, how many passes you think I would have got for Fat Andy being my uncle? Or it wouldn't have worked? Would have worked?
No, it would have worked. It would have. Of course, it would have
worked.
Yeah. Which is my next question. I like you said that. How did Howard Beach differ from when you guys were doing your thing than when the Gotti name was being fucking tossed around every 2 minutes? Like, was it longer Gotti's town or was it Ronnie G's town? Whose town was it?
So
and my second part of the question is, why was Beach's son, John, running errands for Vinny or Sarah?
For me. He was with me. So what happened was, I'll give you both sides of that. So we dealt with the Howard Beach kept on, this is how they do it. They lock up 30 Gambinos and then the Bananos beat out. As the Gambinos are coming out, they lock up 30 Bananos, then it become a Gambino neighborhood again. So it kept on shuffling. You know what I mean? So dealing with the Gotti era, I got the tail end of the Gotti era. He had a little bit more of it. It stopped really when the reality show came out, that's really when it died. When they came out with the reality show, Growing Up Gotti. Yeah. That's when it was truly over for their name. And then John Jr. later on then was labeled a rat right in that same time. It was right in the same time where they just became a complete joke. And then it wasn't even like tough to be a Gotti no more. It was almost like comical. The Gotti gel, Gotti jeans. It came out like almost like a fucking joke now looking at them, So the grandson ended up working for me because I recruited him when he was 16 years old. He was actually a really tough kid. His father was ruthless. His father was brutal, Peter. Peter was brutal. And I grabbed his son at a young age because he's real tough. And Ronnie didn't want him around. Ronnie says, I don't like them. I don't want him around. I says, no, give him a chance. He's a good kid, I'm telling you. And he ended up starting to do a lot of dirt for me. And I got him put on record with the Bananos, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. Yeah. But the name was a joke. And I told him, don't talk about John Jr. no more because he wasn't respected no more. He's basically shelved and, shunned out of the life, and you're not with them. You're with us. You know what I mean?
Told him
that's what I told him. Huh?
Hey, Brett.
Yo.
Am I echoing on your side?
No, you're not echoing.
I was echoing before. All right. Yeah, so you told the kid not to fuck with his uncle.
We told, because Vinny Sarah was calling him a rat. So Vinny was calling John Jr. a rat. They were all saying he's no good. And they were saying that he's not a wise guy no more. And the only reason why he's not being killed is because of his father, the respect for his father. Otherwise, he was labeled. They claim he told on Mikey Y. They really claim that he got Mikey Y in trouble.
Wow.
They really claim that he got Mikey Y in trouble. Like, literally. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because Ronnie was rocking and rolling at that point. He was fucking, he was putting hands on anybody that disrespected him. Gambino, anybody, he didn't give a fuck. See, when I was a kid, that was a slippery slope. Like, even an associate, you fuck with a Gambino associate during Gotti being out there, that was a bad move.
Well, yeah, that kid he killed in 2 seconds. They were brutal. They had a murdering squad. They probably had the most killers in a crew. 100%.
Yeah. That was a time for us when Messino was in jail, and we were like a satellite family of the Gambinos at that time.
They had the most killers. The Gambinos had the most killers.
Yeah, for sure.
They just had a team of killers. That's what they had. And everybody's dying to kill someone. Think about that.
Who do you remember those days?
They're waiting for that order, Frankie, for John Sr. to give them work. They're dying for it, begging
for
it.
Yeah. They would have stuck somebody's dick for that.
They would have fucking killed anything. They don't give a fuck. They just wanted to hear him say, go kill some. That's it. You're on it. You're dead. Broad day, like the shit out of you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Fucking motherfuckers call. They love you, Gene. They love you over here. They keep reminding me about you. What I got some good questions. Hold on. I got some for you guys because it's not every day I get a chance with you guys. But where you taking your show before I ask the next question? Where you guys going with that?
So listen, the problem was we weren't trying to make money off our chat. You know, he's got a huge following now. He's a celebrity. He doesn't want to listen to me, but he's a celebrity now. You know what I mean? He's a big influencer. I had a decent following, and I wasn't trying to take money from them. Maybe do merch down the road. But the thing is, like I said, we put out a 30-second promo video that got 10,000 hits for a video we were going to do. Then we did that video, and in the same time frame, it got 5,000 views. So we can't tell our stories without talking the way we talk. We can't say on a live. We can't say, we're going to say the guy got clipped, the guy got poked. We're going to talk like that. And if we don't talk like that, you really don't want to listen to the story. We're not Dateline. We're not Bill Curtis. So I think for that matter, we got to go to Patreon so we can have the freedom to put a show out. Talking the way we talk. We'll charge $5 a month just to be on the Patreon, not get shadow banned, and then come on YouTube once a week and do an hour live to answer questions for free. So they'll get it back in the live, and we won't care what the views look like on YouTube because we'll have the sponsorship with the Patreon getting us $5 a month. And then we can say what we want, and for the $5 a month, people can hear us talk the way we talk, telling true stories.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Frank, remember, we're not telling stories of everybody else. We're telling stories of what we were there for. Sit downs, talks. You know, we were there for all of that. It's not like we're telling somebody else's story.
Yeah. Who the fuck's gonna tell you what? Some clown in a dunk tank who lives in his grandma's
some dude
like this, look, in his grandma's basement.
I can't believe somebody called you a fag if you're gay with a hot ass bitch next to you.
He's got a bloom. He's got his bloomers on in his grandma's basement like this. Look.
He's got a 7-piece suit on.
And he goes, "Hey, G, you're gay." I go, "Fuck, if gay means being next to that girl, I want to be gay."
Shit.
God damn.
They say my life sucks. I fuck nothing but dime pieces. I don't understand. My life. I hate my life.
Keep sticking it to them, bro. Keep sticking.
I got to get a vacation from the Valvador. The models are walking through this place since I got here.
Oh man, that's just fucking some crazy shit. Some crazy shit. What we got? Biggest scores you guys ever made? I wasn't much of a nerd.
I robbed. That was my thing. I was a big arm robber. I was a big heist guy. I hit jewelry stores for $2 million, $1 million. We don't get that. You don't get that though, Frankie. So let me explain to the fans. So I don't want to bullshit. If you
I believe you.
No, I'm saying if you steal $2 million in jewelry, when you fence it, you don't get nowhere near that. You know what I mean? So
I got
the equivalent would be $2 million, but you only get a $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Whack it up 3-4 ways. But in actuality, I stole millions and millions of dollars. Millions.
I got you.
Yeah.
I think my biggest one, I didn't know it was my biggest one at the time because I didn't do scores. I moved it, I moved the shit around. It was a big hydro pin. It was a big hydro score from Canada. Guy came down. I took between $300,000 and $400,000 in bud from him. And I think a week later, I decided not to pay him. It was about between $300,000-$400,000 I got out of that move.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's way better than I ever made.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was just stealing. I was a big arm robber, Frankie, big time.
Yeah, and me personally, when I did make anything that was worth anything, in one hand, it went in one hand. The other hand went to Atlantic City.
Well,
with a bookies, probably you guys.
You crazy?
Well, I respect you for that. That you say that.
Every dollar into the bookmakers and
but Frankie, I respect that you say that. You just didn't. Some people make it, some people don't. I was bad with money too. I went through a lot, but I respect you more. You come on here and tell the truth and not say I made $80 million. The bullshit. People do.
Yeah,
4 Brinks trucks. Those bullshit. Bullshit stories. They right up in their grandma's basement and come on YouTube and
I had the first Bravado watch ever made. I wore the first Bravado watch ever made.
Guys, come up with these stories. Where's that asshole Ramondi? He said he killed the fucking Pope.
Hey, he's
37 wax.
Fucking jerk off, bro. I swear to God, this guy's gonna be the biggest asshole. He went into the store and goes, "Give me the fucking gangster costume." He's got a feel of a law. He's got a cigar. He's got fucking decks on.
A 14-inch herringbone with a Christ head on it.
Oh man.
Hey, Gene, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yeah.
So you told a story once, but I don't really remember the details of it. It's actually it was about someone that I used to buy weed off of because you lived like 4 blocks from me growing up. Had to do with you did say his name, but I don't know if I want to say his name. Had to do with a jewelry incident when they had to come see him in something with the Gotti kids and jewelry, and they had to come to around Flushing area to see somebody.
Oh, yeah, sure. Robo. Yeah,
Robo.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he used to talk like this. Yo, what's going on, bro? Yo, he used to talk like a little fucking Sammy the Bull.
He knocked out Frankie Albano cold and took his chain. And
really,
Peter Gotti was circling his house in the Black Expedition and fucking got that chain back. You know,
We
but
lived on
Robo did
Francis
knock him out.
Lewis.
Frankie Albano was a bitch. That's Angel's son. He's a punk. We hung out with him. He's a little punk. Listen, we were all in a brawl. This happened in Club Remy, in the Club Remy, and
Okay.
Robo knocked him out cold and took his fucking chain, bro. Literally knocked him out cold and took his chain. It was a mockery. And then he realized who was on the chain. John Senior was on the fucking chain, man.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a picture of his grandfather in diamonds. So Uncle Peter, who's not a clown, you know what I'm saying? Was circling Robo, was driving around Robo's house and told him to bring the chain out, and they brought it out, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a funny guy. I mean, I knew him when I was like, since I was like fucking 13 years old. Like I said, we used to buy weed off him and shit.
He had a name. He had a name over there. He was tough. He had a name.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
That's gun territory. After you knock out my nephew and he's wearing my dad's fucking chain, you know what I mean? That's not. We're not gonna go to a ring and fight.
Yeah, John. Well, they're lucky. Like I says, we take advantage of the errors, because if they did that to John Senior when he's in the street, you know, you got to leave. You got to go live in China. You got to go live in fucking Afghanistan. You got to go somewhere. You can't live in America. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no extra.
Nah. Even Junior, believe it or not, when he was right before his father goes away, he had a little bit of a streak in him. Of course, look whose dad was, but he was no punk.
Hey Frankie, I tell people, because that when he did go away, Junior was the active boss. He terrorized me and my friends. We couldn't do nothing without going to sit down and 30 guys showing up to the park to fight us that are 10 years older. Yeah, no, he was a serious guy.
He actually did more work than his father with his hands, to be honest with you. He did more, his father never killed a guy. His father never physically killed a guy.
Yeah, there's people
never.
that said
my
that.
grandfather, my whole family's around them. Never killed a guy with his hands. Never. Yeah. John Jr. did. John Jr. actually shot people too, but Senior would. He just never did. He just never did.
They asked Sammy that question one time in jail. I remember being with him. I was with Sammy for 2 years. He said, "Put your head in front of his gun. See if he shoots."
No, he will. He will kill you, but he just never did.
No. But that's I've heard that too. He's never dead.
Never did.
But it's just, I mean, everybody loves the Godfather movie, but how many people does Vito Corleone kill in the movie? I think he kills two. The one back home in Fanucci, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the rest, he kills 200.
I'm sure John Senior will order your murder over a fucking ham sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like, your dad, he'll order your murder in a fucking second. Dozens and dozens.
Used to be the old saying, Frankie, guys that make it to boss did the right murders.
Right.
That's a good. I never heard that before, but I'm sorry, but I'm gonna use it.
An old Sicilian told me that years ago. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
When we were talking, I was sitting in the club playing Scala.
Hey, Frankie, you remember this? They whacked the boss. He goes, hey, they whacked the boss. He goes, yeah, another thing I get left out.
They're whacking the boss.
That would be me. I'd be mad I didn't get to do it. I'm like, this, yeah, another thing I get left out on.
This guy was on the street. This guy couldn't stumble over himself fast enough to want to shoot somebody in the head.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't happen quick, because fucking Vinny was when once upon a time we were in Vinny's crew through Vito Grimaldi.
That must have been fun. Oh my God.
It was nerve wracking, because he would just fucking go after poor Ronnie all the time. He was just like itching to fucking say something to him. I mean, it was your nephew. Okay, Unc, every time. I go, what the fuck would you do that? And then just to find out he was made at the time too, like a year he'd been made.
Yeah.
So finally,
he wanted me to kill a janitor. So yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's crazy because me and a friend of mine who I stopped ringing around, who ends up becoming a captain in the Bonanno family, we were talking. He goes, "You imagine we were with this guy? We got a lot of action. We're kids." We were like, "Yeah, I know, that'd be fun."
Yeah, he was brutal.
But then at the same time, we were like, thank God we are who we are with Grimaldi, because after they hadn't gotten into it, they got into it, and then they split them up, and Joe ended up staying Vito's son.
You know
Vito.
how he is, Frankie. He humiliates people in front of people.
He does.
He did that to me many times. It bugged me out. He used to throw things at you. He's fucking out of his mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was always worried about that. I was quiet around him. Never gave him a fucking reason to do it. Well, I couldn't do anything anyway if he did.
Yeah.
But
listen to me, Frank. You call another made guy a rat. and you don't got proof that he's a rat, you get shelved for that.
He didn't
This
care.
guy called Gambino guys rats, guys outside his own crew rats. These guys weren't really rats. He just felt like calling them rats.
Listen.
In the middle of fucking clubs, and I watched him call 16 wise guys rats in Barossa before I got pinched back in 20. This guy was calling everybody that walked in Barossa that had a fucking a rat.
I still use his line to this day. He goes, "I'll suck a dick if he isn't a rat."
Yeah, this guy called everybody a rat.
Yeah. He like
Everybody was a rat. He's a rat.
Guys, I'll suck a fucking prick if he isn't a rat.
Well, he threw a couple at the fucking restaurant one time because the chick asked if the coffee was free.
Yeah.
I paid for fucking coffee. He goes, get the fuck out of here. You always want something for nothing.
Frankie.
Because you bitch, you know, just
Frankie.
fucking crazy.
He was, listen to me. I got stuck with him for 3 years when Ronnie was in jail. They used to laugh. Guys used to get as bad as Ronnie did. He loved me. The more he likes you, the more he messes with you. So fucking, he loved me.
Yeah.
And he killed the dog with his car by accident. So he goes, "What do you mean? I love dogs." Right? So the old lady used to come to the place. "You killed my dog." He's going, "I love dogs." He goes, "What do you mean? I didn't mean to do it." It was comical. You had to see. It was almost like out of a movie. He would sit there. The lady would argue about him killing his dog every day.
And then his son was so different. His son was so different.
So
like,
different.
Quiet and polite and nice. You know what I mean?
Listen, Frank, the nicest guy in the world.
Nice. I got along with Jerry. Jerry's a nice guy. That's all he was.
Yeah.
Ronnie was more like Vinny. They were more like father and son.
Yeah.
Ronnie had the same temper as him. Ronnie was a hothead. Ronnie was a captain hopping out of cars with us. I go, "Ronnie, can I do my job?" I said, "You're a fucking skipper. This guy's hopping out of cars with us, beating people up." I said, "Go home. I got this." Holy shit. That's how he was.
That was nuts. Guys, Mets or Yankees? Which ones you guys like?
I'm a Yankee.
I was a Yankee fan till 2004. I had $250,000 on them.
Yankees.
And I gave up on them. Gave up on sports.
Yeah.
My grandfather was Mets. I'm Yankees, yeah.
There you go.
I'm a big 1998 fan.
Huh?
Big 1998 fan.
98 fan. The Yankees. Okay, yeah.
Yankee
You know,
team
a
ever
kid I grew up with could have easily been part of our little clique. Ended up pitching for the Yankees that year. I grew up in Ridgewood. Alan Watson.
Alan Watson. Well, that's it.
Yeah,
I just told the story.
He told me.
My friend was driving around in a BMW when he got his first contract because Alan Watson lost a ton of fucking money to him.
Gambling, yeah.
And I go, you never heard this guy? Used to come at Cross Bay Field throwing 90, 95. He would come by in a brand new Cadillac truck talking about Joe Torre used to give him horses to play.
Well, Joe Torre
Watson very well.
St. Louis. So he got drafted by St. Louis, and he used to say the story all the time. He goes, when the Yankees got him, he got him on the Yankee team because he's the only New Yorker there. And he goes to him, "You got me kicked out of St. Louis. See what you could do here."
How do you wind up doing in life? How do you wind up doing in life, Frankie? You know?
I don't. I see. I'm friends with his sister on Facebook. But he's doing okay. He coaches now. I don't know where. And his kid apparently is a really, really good ball player. He's like 18 years old, and I mean, he's just fucking killing it.
That kid took a lot of bad hits growing up. I watched his career, and he just gambled everything away, man.
Yeah,
I know all the bookmakers that were cashing in on him.
A lot of them. Well, he hung out in that fucking what's that place? That Irish bar in Maspeth a lot. So,
yeah. O'Neill, she was there all the time.
Yeah, he could find a bookie there, no problem. But
That's that's what's his name? Messi. Messi. Mr. O'Neill was his father-in-law. He married his daughter.
Not Messi, Leach, Brian Leach.
Leach, one of them. Yeah, one of the hockey players was his father-in-law.
Yeah. She was.
And they burnt the place to the ground.
It's not there no more, huh?
They burnt it to the ground. The old man, I know he was involved with guys. He was around a long time.
Oh yeah.
After he passed away, all of a sudden the place burnt to the ground. I don't know what happened.
That's crazy. They're
the only place in town that had horse machines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sammy, I remember hearing that Vinny Asaro was a heavy drug user in the 70s. Any truth to that? Somebody's asking.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You just couldn't say it, but Jimmy Burke actually chained him to a pole to kick him on the heroin. He did. He kicked it, but you couldn't tell him that.
Yeah, I heard the same.
Yeah, he was. He did dope.
He's like that Babanya.
He did the heroin. Yeah.
Yeah, Babanya.
Him and my grandfather grew up on the same block together since they're babies.
They sell junk in the neighborhoods their grandmothers live in.
Yeah, I love that. I love Danny Trio talk about bullshit artists. Remember him?
Which one? The actor?
Danny
No,
Trio.
Lee Cole's old co-host.
Oh my God, what a
The fake
fucking
Columbo?
Oh my God, bro. Who
He
was
used to
this
have
guy?
more
What was this
stories.
guy's deal?
He was so he pretended to be a Columbo associate. He said he got shot. It turned out he
Nah,
was
I know, I
some
remember
guy
his
he
ass,
used to
though.
rob houses in Florida and fucking steal guys' underwears or some shit.
Yeah, these guys they all tried. Listen, the government hates me for a reason. It's because of the podcast. I started a nightmare, they claim. You know what I'm saying? And guys are coming out of the woodworks, Frankie, just trying to do anything on YouTube. And, you know,
Yeah.
the real ones and the fake ones were all getting separated. You know what I'm saying? The Ramondes, the Danny Trios, then you got us, the real guys that get mad. I remember I called up Mike Francis, right? I go, Mike, who the fuck is this Ramonde? He goes, Gene, I've never seen this guy before. I've never heard of him. He goes, I don't know who the fuck he is. I was like, all right. I was like, he's saying he's a Columbo around you guys. He goes, he's full of shit. Because
Yeah,
Mike don't
yeah.
lie. Mike
He's
Francis
funny.
just tells it how it is. And he's
Stop
like,
the baloney, huh? Who the hell?
yeah.
Better take it easy. His mother's first cousins with Charlie Luciano.
Yeah. That was his start.
Yeah,
He killed the Pope. Like, get the fuck out of here. This idiot.
No, he said a lot of fucking crazy shit.
Well, how about
He
the
said
Iceman?
that what did he say? He
The
said he
Iceman
couldn't get
100 people in the
made.
military. He killed 400 people. No, he's a sniper.
He said he couldn't get made with the Columbo, so they transferred him to the Bananos. He got made by Carmine Galante, and then they transferred him back to the Columbos.
Lilo's been
Seems
dead
pretty
since
legit, right?
1979. When the fuck did Lilo make him out? They just opened
No, it
the
was
books.
like
They just
it was like
opened the
2
books
months
in
before.
79.
It was like
So he
2
got
months
straightened
before.
out- So he got straightened out with Vinny Asaro then, because Vinny got straightened out in 79. He's such a fucking bullshit. This
Well,
guy.
now you know why Carmine got
Well, you know, he
whacked.
killed the
Because
No, but he was in jail before
Yo,
that.
it's crazy. Listen, when you sit down with real guys that really been a part of shit, me, Frankie, all Hootie was sitting down, you can't tell us these stories. You can't.
No.
You can't.
No.
It's impossible. Carmine Galante was in jail. Then the books opened in 79. He got killed in 79. He straightened Vinny out. Those guys out in 79. When did he get straightened out by Carmine Galante?
like
It's
2 months
impossible.
before or some
Right,
shit, he
listen,
said.
Remember the story? Carmine Galante comes home from jail. He's mad because Frank Costello died and he didn't get to kill him, and he blows his mausoleum up. Remember that old big story?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Then they open the books in 70. They open the books, he gets straightened out, and he gets clipped right after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
this guy Ramondi been? Where's the pictures? Where's the surveillance?
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys around. They used to break in houses and only steal left shoes. So let's just go. Send these fucking guys where they got to go.
Idiots. I can't believe they put him on Vlad TV. I told Vlad, what are you doing? I says, what are you doing? He goes, I didn't know, Gene. I says, call me, motherfucker. I said,
Right.
you're putting these idiots on. You know what I'm saying?
How about Lohman, Jeff Lohman?
Insane.
How
You know
about-
what
you
gets
ever
me
get-
mad, Frankie? When certain people talk about me, it gets me really mad because I know what we would do to these guys. You know what I'm saying? But like, when Joey Molino does it, I don't mind it. He did his work. You know, I get it. When you get these little cunt rag nobodies that they would run for me if they see me, it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, Jeff Lohman, you're a fucking homeless, Hills Have Eyes mutant fucking monster.
Which one is Jeff Loman?
Jeff Canarsie, this fat
Oh,
little
that's his
seen
real
him?
name? That's his real name?
Name's
No,
Lohman.
he's
From
geographical.
He's wired for
That's
sound,
what
that
he
guy.
wants to be. I
He's
told him
got every law
Honolulu-
enforcement on speed dial.
Can you imagine him in our areas 20 years ago? Can you
No.
imagine this guy?
No, he'd be working at McDonald's.
McDonald's, if that.
Remember,
Wow.
we'd be
He's
taking
serving pizza at
on the way
Mr.
home.
G's.
Come on, bro. These guys talk about us. Are you kidding me? I used to sit in people's trunks for 2 days sitting on you, motherfucker. I be sitting on motherfuckers in stolen cars for 2 days and camped out in the car. You gonna talk about me? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, man.
Yeah. I hate like that motherfucker right there. He'll
Come
be
on,
calling
man.
people rats. I went to
Oh.
his neighborhood where he grew up, and I talked to a friend of his. You know that he ratted on his friend over fucking stealing Xbox tapes.
Oh my god. That's why I hate it when
He
you
was
put it on
25 years
video
old.
games. Yeah.
This guy should be fucking mucked just for playing video games.
Oh my god. Listen, we know who's good and who will really run around the stories that are legit. That's why they listen to us, man, you know? So that's
For
why.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was the guy that I couldn't wait for the next day to come so I could get back on the corner, so I could get back in the social clubs.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be in. I wanted to be out.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
Going back to the 80s and 90s. I loved it. And I still love it. It's just a different time now and it's over.
There is no social club.
Can't hang out on corners no more. There's no more pizzerias to hang out in. They're restaurants.
They try telling me, Frankie, no guns in social clubs. I go, yeah, sure. I had them motherfuckers all over the fucking clubs. They ain't swabbing my ass. Fuck out of here. I had them shits
Depends who
everywhere.
owned the social club.
Yeah. No guns in social clubs. Every fucking armed robber knows that. Get the fuck out of here. You kidding me?
100%. 100%.
There's a question from the kid from Woodhaven, $1.99. Thank you, buddy. He says, yo, Hootie, why did Ace let Johnny Joe slap Al?
because that's his boss.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
even though he grew up with Al and he knew him his whole life, it's an order. And the order came from Bobby anyway, from the Gambinos. Bobby cracked him before he died.
Johnny Joe was.
So everybody knew he was chased. Everybody knew he was shelved. And Johnny Joe had a huge hard on for Ronnie One Arm since they were in the streets.
Yeah, but you know what Johnny Joe's nickname was, right? Hannibal Lecter. So figure that one out, all right? So it's not exactly a guy you want to fucking, you know.
When he went, I'm going to tell you one thing. What he did do when he went and grabbed Al, he told Al he was bringing him in. Al knew it was coming. He didn't know Johnny. He didn't know a 70-something-year-old man was going to go to work on him. He just thought he was going to get cracked.
No shit.
Yeah, but what is he going to do? Even if they could have been brother-in-laws by marriage, they could have been related by marriage. It's his boss.
Yeah.
You know, listen, you can say Mike's the boss or whatever. We already know nobody's telling Johnny Joe what the fuck to do. Not in this day and age.
No.
They didn't tell him 30 years ago what to do. But yeah, that was the thing. He had to bring him in.
John's a serious guy. I mean, I met him back in the day.
Well, listen, his son was, and I met his son multiple times. His son was an acting captain. When they killed Mikey Meldish, they had to come see us because they were blaming the bananas. So Johnny Joe's son, who looked like a nerd, literally like a fucking nerd, you had to come meet Vinny and Ronnie and tell them, oh, listen, we're being blamed for the murder. When they killed Mikey Meldish, they thought the bananas did it. That's what being blamed. It was little Casey's, but they were blaming the bananas. And they had to give everybody the heads up that, hey, we're being blamed. And I remember meeting this kid. I'm like, this is a captain? Ronnie's like, it's because of his father. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was.
Yeah, for sure.
But one of the sons had that piece of work in. They stabbed that kid.
Killed the Tanglewood boy.
Yeah, he killed the Tanglewood boy's cousin. Yeah. Gene Gallo's cousin got stabbed.
Yeah.
Because he was driving around with Hippie, and they couldn't find him. And then they seen that kid on the stoop, and he ran over and he poked him good.
You know how many times I've seen that shit happen? Like,
Frankie, I gotta run downstairs and grab packages there. I gotta run. He can stay on.
You gotta go. Okay. All right.
Gotcha. This guy's getting furniture. He's getting shit for the pool house.
Thank you, Gene. Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, he's decorating another bedroom for his Ego Modest. Forget
it. Yeah. So,
Don, whoever from Woodhaven, thanks for the, glad you said that. But yeah, listen, we already know he'd have to bring him in if he had to get clipped, regardless how close they were. And you know Anthony, Frank, you know him his whole life probably. He's an old school Sicilian. He follows orders.
He and Dad. Oh, we have the same godparents.
Is his father ever coming home, Frankie?
I hope so. I mean, here's a guy that has no violence on his fucking on his jacket.
It was just a papaya, right? Just the heroin pinch?
Yeah. A lot of it.
That was the pizza connection.
And he was with the old law, which usually the old law helps you out because it's like 50% and whatnot. But they gave him 200 years, which is, I think, unconstitutional, really. I mean, 200 years to make sure he don't get out. You know, that's their life, because life back then was only 15 years. So they said, hey, you're getting 200. So that's what happened.
Because there was no violence on that case.
But look at all the violent guys that are coming out now. Now you got Tony Aiello.
Mass murderers.
Yeah. And he's not doing too well here.
Anybody left in the Gemini cruise coming home? Those guys got a small cemetery.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, it is. The Happy Jack McKenna, Frank and Hootie, are your family towns close back in Sicily? Yeah, Partenigo's not too far from Castellamare.
No, but Palermo, my father, Palermo, was right there.
It's right there. They're all in the Northwest. They're all in the Northwest. Yeah. That's where the mob is saturated, always was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how you doing anyway?
Everything's good. I just got here a couple weeks ago. We decided to do this. I
haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time, Frankie.
Yeah.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing all right. Where'd you wind up settling, if you don't mind me asking?
I live in the West Coast, but I also come back to the East Coast. And, I switch off back and forth. I'm in Seattle. And when I go back, I'm in North Carolina, like sometimes the Virginia area.
Yeah, I just can't get out, man. I got an apartment on the Lower East Side. I can't get out of New York, man. I can't leave Manhattan. I can't, the neighborhoods aren't the same, but New York is still the same.
I used to be that guy. I mean, we used to go like the fucking Lancaster, right? And the minute I smell fresh air, I want to go back in the worst freaking way. Can you imagine?
I got a place in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's like their big city for Maryland in that part of. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. She's like, come to Miami. We're gonna figure a show out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I said, you know what? We were gonna do it eventually. I said, well, let me keep him company while he's on house arrest, and we just, get all the kinks. We'll get all the kinks out.
Yeah.
We're all half. Some guys are half a tough guys in the streets. We're half a technical guys over here. You know what the fuck we're doing?
Yeah, well, that's good though. I'm glad you're happy. How about this fucking guy? I was gonna ask Gene. I'll ask you too as well. I was gonna ask both of you. This Chris Colombo guy. That kind of. What's
Holy
up with
shit!
that
What
guy?
a fucking joke. Remember, listen,
Yeah,
we're gonna do the thing on how when they went to him, Joe Bonanno, they went
yeah,
to him and they told him what they were gonna do, and he went and he told. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He was a snitch when they made him when the Profaci family was coming to an end, and that's how he got the position. But I won't even get into that. When they weren't even he has two brothers that passed away already, and then, God rest his souls, I didn't know them. So you should just sit in your background. He's on that TV show, something about Brooklyn, Gravesend, right? It's a TV show. Suppose he's acted on that. Listen, I gained a few pounds, but he looks like a stuck pig, and he wants to go on and abuse a guy like Wild Bill's son.
Stop.
Yeah, that
Your
was
father
pathetic.
wasn't half the man Wild Bill was.
That was pathetic.
No,
Right?
no.
Now, you remember the old saying, right? Respect the dog for its master. So if you had that much respect for his father, shut your fucking pie hole and move on to somebody else. You know what I mean? You scumbag.
Yeah, no, I agree
Bill
with you.
Catolo
just-
is he's such a
and
nice
Bill don't
guy,
care.
Junior.
What's that?
I said Catolo Jr. He's such a nice guy. Like that was pretty.
Right.
That was pathetic.
He says he was in the streets or whatever. I like Bill. He's just not that guy. You know what I mean? What are you doing? And Bill put out a thing. He wanted to sit down with Chris, and he wanted to do whatever. I'm just going off of me because I don't give a fuck about anybody. How I feel that these guys want to come out throwing daggers at everybody that's no good. You know what I mean? Anybody that comes on a channel, I don't give a fuck if you're promoting soap. You're no good. That was the rule 50 years ago, 30 years ago. That was the rule for his father when he came out with the Italian American Association. You come out, you do this, you're no good. I don't care who the fuck you are. So if you're coming on here talking about the life, abusing a guy that you think did wrong by going bad, you're just as bad for talking about it and bringing it to the public's attention.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's what bothers me more than anything.
What would the fuck he do anyway if he found out who killed his father? First of all, his father, his responsibility before he, knew that was a possibility that would happen to him, has to grab his family and go, look, if I don't come back, don't come looking for me, because he's part of that society.
Come on.
It is what it is.
Even if you were a young kid, what does he know about his father's business at that age by the time his father died?
Yeah. Why are you telling
he was
him
there?
Yeah, why are you telling him instead of going away what he did, he should have took care of business? You didn't take care of business. You didn't do nothing like that.
What should he have? Should he have a hamburger eating contest like this guy fucking had? This guy's sitting around the fucking corner passing judgment. Never cracked an egg to make an omelet. Get the fuck out
No,
here.
he hasn't. He hasn't.
Come on.
But,
But the thing is, like, I have an apartment on the Lower East Side. I'm on Mulberry Street 3-4 times a week. I'm in the West Village. Everybody sees me. I walk everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm out there. So you got a fucking problem. I don't need to make a date and time. It's not after school, 3 o'clock. Come and find. So that's why I talk the way I do about these guys. Any day of the week, you just want to come and sit with me and ask me what the fuck my problem is. You're more than welcome. So that's what bothers me. Because I know the guys that are outside, that are eating in the restaurants, the Carbones, the Campagnolas, the Il Molinos. I'm there. And you aren't. So I don't want to hear any of this. Yeah, when they're filming a segment and you're at Luigi's Pizza, you might have just missed me because I was there the day before. But now, because they're making a short film or they're making a YouTube video, you're there that day. Listen, our first is go kill yourself somewhere. These guys, they burn me up inside.
You ain't wrong. What
But
else?
I don't mind the guys that keep their mouth shut and sit in the corner and respected the life. I got to respect those guys more than anything.
No, of course. Or guys who did their time the right way or whatever. And Gene was saying it before. You got like that Joe Molino guy. He comes out, and when that happens, when he comes out, he talks the way he does. But at the same time, you got to give him his credit because he did his time or whatnot. You know what I mean? But
until this whole situation, I came here and I heard Gene's point of view on it. I had no idea this guy's content at all. I'm baffled because I knew I was hearing the stories because the Gambinos are taking that part of the Cosa Nostra over in Philly and Jersey, that he was a serious guy, a guy to be dealt with, a man's man. And I'm talking about coming from serious people.
Yeah.
The Consigliere, the family at the time, I heard say it himself that the guy was a stand-up guy, a man's man.
The boss,
I hear this. I come to Florida, I hear all this beef between him and G, and it's like, and then he's got a content channel and he's making content and he's talking about burglaries and heists, and I'm going, But this ain't even like an associate or even a main guy or an ex-skipper. This was a
Good
boss that I heard other bosses give tons of respect to in conversation. And now it's blowing my mind because I didn't know about any of this. And now I can understand. Gene's only thing is, now that I get it, is you're talking about other people, but you're one now. You might not have cooperated in your life, but this life you are cooperating because you're coming on, you're talking about things that we've done, things that you've done, things that guys in your crew's done. That makes you just as bad as what we're doing. So I understand now Gene's point of view, but I didn't know any of this was like how deep it went till I got here. I don't watch content. I really haven't picked up on content in a long time. I've just been trying to get my shit together. And now I find it out this guy was, now I remember going back to the late 90s, how guys were talking about him. I told you, I heard Consigliere talk good about this man in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. It's like, wow. You know what I mean?
Talking about Gene.
No, Joe.
Oh, talking about Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, talking about the boss of Philly. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I get it.
That's what was stuck with me. Because I believe that guy. I knew this guy my whole life. I know he knows who tough guys are. You guys are considered again. You know, I'm listening to him. You know what I mean? And say this guy's a man's man, stand-up guy. I even think he was at Marion somewhere towards the time that Gotti Sr. was there.
Oh, wow.
On his bid. I think Joey was there. Yeah, because I'm telling you, I'm trying to remember it all now because it was 20 years ago. You know, that 18 that I was listening to these stories about him. So I'm trying to remember them. I didn't think I'd ever have to remember a story about a boss coming on YouTube and making his own channel. That just baffles me. You know what I mean? But to each his own. Just don't start attacking guys that are doing the same thing. Yeah,
and he does have a good resume. He has a fantastic.
I mean, from what I know, I don't know anything bad about it until I hear now this story. You know what I mean?
He shot people.
I've only heard good things.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of everything. He's up there, but yeah, it surprises me too that he was on. It goes against the protocols of the Cosa Nostra back in the day.
Right. And that's what everybody's doing. But don't chase after the guys that are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Do your show, tone it down.
And there you go. You heard it here from Hootie on 52 Topics.
Hey, Hootie, a question from RD357. Did Hootie know Ronnie the Rottweiler from the boxing gym off Mulberry?
Heard of him. My uncles knew him very well. Yes. Know of the reputation, know of him. I couldn't tell you anything about him, but he was definitely a Lower East Side guy.
Okay, cool. And there was another question from Johnny Y. He wanted to know if your friend Stabile was related to Anthony Stabile.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Stabile was a Lucchese, family member, but he wasn't, meaning his fathers and uncles were all with the Lucchese's, but he wasn't. He was just a street guy from 88. I came up in 88 Park with the kids in the street that grew up around the Wise Guys. That's where I came up. So I was the guy when Wise Guys would meet us after having a big fight against Howard Beach. That was when Howard Beach and Ozone Park didn't get along. And they would say, you got to punch them in the face before they tell you who their uncles are, before their neighbors. But they go, you know who? This, you know who my father is? Why, your mother never told you? You got to get it in before they let you know somebody would have vowed at the end of their name. And those are the kids I grew up with. The Italians. Joey Stabile was one of the older guys. He was already gone. He was my mentor in the firework business. But that's the guys I came up with. And they were the toughest guys that I've ever met in any area, any neighborhood, 88 Park crew. And
I used to play softball at 88 Park. We used to play you guys. We used to play the Looney Tune Bar, and Joe Kane played on that team.
I had 4 teams in Victory Field, Mechanic Park, Grover Cleveland, 88 Park Knights.
We used to play too. We were what the fuck was the name of the team? I forgot.
Guys said only Hootie could do this. I called us the Queens fellas, and I changed the name to play in the Oval, where the 108, 106, 108 precinct was. So I put
Farmers Oval. That's a nice park.
Right. So I put a night team in there, and I called us Queens fellas, and I put like an old gangster on the back with a hat in the back. I had my third baseman was a Wise Guy. Al Trucchio was my shortstop. My first baseman was a Special K dealer. 2 bookmakers in the outfield. My catcher was another Wise Guy. Like, I put this team together just of friends. that didn't even talk or would never even talk on any other terms, but that Hootie put the softball team together, and I put them all on it, you know? And then people used to come down and go, I would never see, you see these guys sitting on the bench, 9 of them, that would never sit next to each other or even talk because they're against everything each other believe in. And it was comical, really, for a long time when I put these teams together.
That's funny. A year before when Paul got arrested, I had to wake him up like we were kids again because I started a softball team. And he made it a point. Just whatever you do, ring the bell. We gotta go play. We gotta like a fucking kid. And we played at a coffee shop on Metropolitan Avenue that I was help managing called Galileo, the Galileo Gamblers. Vito Grimaldi goes, "Why the Gamblers? Can you take that name off?" You know, I go, "What the fuck? It's just a name." You know.
The guy used to make my jerseys, Artistic Stitch, Fabio. Yeah. Good friend of mine. The one right in Middle Village. When you go to the church, they got a sports center there now. These are all Ridgewood guys.
Yes.
Fabio's a great kid. We used to play against his team in softball. He's a lefty, dynamite hitter. So we used to play against all those guys.
Yep. Yeah, no, good stuff.
Those times are long gone now.
Another funny question from the kid from Woodhaven, $1.99. Yo, Hootie, will Todd LaBarca get his button in 2031?
Hopefully he doesn't want it after everything that happened. But if there's anybody that's an extension to the Carrazzo still alive, no. Because they're the ones that put the kibosh on it. They didn't want it whatsoever. Going back to the Vito and Joel Kane case, that's where that comes from. Him getting shot down for his button comes from the Vito and Joel Kane case. Because Joe was Joe's lawyer, and Vito's lawyer was Ronnie Rubenstein. And that whole thing with Todd not getting his button has to do with Todd being on that case. Really? You remember that case, Frankie? When they were testifying for the Genovese next door, they were both in the same courthouse. The courtroom was Joe and Vito's case, and then the Genovese room when Cookie Dosso was going at them, and all the Genovese guys were screaming in the hallway. I don't know if you were around for that.
That's when he flipped.
Yeah, I was there. I was in the courtroom for that whole case.
Really?
For Joe's case and Vito, I was in the courtroom because Todd was part of that case. So I would take him every day. That Rottweiler they said was going to be the next Giuliani was there, but now he works for the defense. What's his name? Walden, Jim Walden. This guy was an animal. He's the one that gave them a shit ton of time. You know, they don't know Vito.
The other guy.
They don't know Vito got offered 9 years for all those murders, and they fucked him.
I thought it was like 21, which was a
deal. 9 years was his first offer. He turned it down because Joe. They said they were going to beat the trial, and Vito was a team player. Man, Vito stuck with it and wound up getting whatever that 38 and a half years after. He had to take that cop out because Joe blew trial. I was there for all of that. Yeah,
he blew trial. You know what? When they arrested me, they took me to the fucking FBI building in Manhattan, and it was a joint thing. It was the cops and it was the cops and the FBI. They take me to the fucking floor, and right off the bat, you want to say something, you want to talk. You heard what happened to Joel Kane? I don't know what happened. I know. He goes, well, he lost trial. He's gonna do life probably, and all. So okay. Bring me to MDC. You know what I mean?
Listen, Joe took the time. I got nothing against Joe as a street guy. I really don't. But he's the guy that can never be made. He's Irish. And that's what bothers me about him. He could have turned down that piece of work against Joey Stabile. That's all. That's my biggest gripe. I knew Joe since I was a kid. He was an athlete. He was a tough guy. He fought. He used to come to 88 Park all the time when I was a kid with Joey Stabile. That's how I remember them when I was a fucking kid, So it just burns me up inside. But it's like, but then I knew he knew all the kids from 77th Street, and they didn't get along with the kids from Middle Village. And his best friend in the world was the Giannini Cafe guys. You know what I mean? Anthony, Fabrizio, Vito. I know all these guys were his good friends. You know what I mean? But besides all of that, I didn't care about any of that. It was the Joe situation because I know they were friends since forever. Right. But again, so that whole situation, they should have never got all that time, him and Vito. They could have took those cop outs and got the fuck out of there.
Yeah. No, he got. I didn't hear the 9. I believe you. He got another. I remember something like 20. I mean, if I would have got 5 years for, if they would have offered me 20 for 5 murders, I would have fucking did the Darandolo.
The whole thing was he was standing up for Joe. If he cops that out when Joe goes to trial, they use his cop out.
Gotcha.
Correct. So he held out, says no to the 9 years, and they come back with that 38 and smash him when Joe blows. Now he's got no other choice. they need him. They need him to take that 9 years. You know what I mean? Sorry about that, guys. They needed him to take that 9 years, but they really didn't because we're in the Eastern District.
Global play.
Yeah,
like
but we're in the Eastern District is they're not going to beat. They're going to win the trial. Of course, they're going to win the trial. But it would just look better if they had Vito cop out to the 9 years to all those bodies.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's hard to beat the feds. Pleading's the way to go. It's just about getting the best plea you can. If you ever get in trouble and you're listening to this, that's basically how it goes.
And the feds anyway.
Yeah. And the feds.
Yeah, because there's a few Bronx stories out there.
Yeah, for sure. That it is what it is. We got any questions, guys? You got any questions for Hootie out there? Hootie, it's a pleasure. It really is.
Frankie, absolutely.
I start a bunch. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let's see.
I'm getting them through my messages.
Basketball diaries. Mike Fiducia thought all the Albanians, all the Italian tough guys, kids, brothers, and cousins were scared, but Fiducia stood up. Facts, yo. That's from Basketball Diaries.
I wasn't there for it, but yeah, I heard the same thing.
Frank, did Giannini crew ever run into Ronnie One Arm when he was coming up?
No, Ronnie was already fucking had a reputation.
He was already, but he was a captain already. Why would they? Unless it was a sit down.
And he had a very badass reputation. He was one not to fuck around with.
Yeah, there's like a 10, 15-year age difference between you guys, right?
Yeah, but that was the only reason I ever wanted to be part of the Gambino family. Ronnie One Arm. Since I was a kid, I was watching him on 101st Avenue. I lived on 101st Avenue. I used to watch him do his collections back in 1985. That was the guy. That I could have stood in the streets. I went in the streets to make money because I came from a poor family. I did nowhere near the life that I need to be. But as soon as I got the chance to be around them, I took it.
Yeah, sure.
Made no money, but I took it. I could have stayed in the streets and been rich like all these guys. Did my time and came home. But I wanted to be around Ronnie One Arm my whole life.
He's a legend. He's legendary.
Absolutely.
A lot. Yeah. Nah, we weren't in his league.
Yeah.
So they were asking about Ronnie One Arm and Messino. Did you know of any run-ins that they might have had?
No.
That goes back to like Ronnie didn't have that much to stand on with Messino because
it's a boss of the family. Ronnie was the two guys that got along with Ronnie and Pete Gotti Sr. So Ronnie was Pete's guy and Pete was Ronnie's guy. So if he had a beef with Messina, he'd go see Pete about it. Pete go over to 84th Street, training out with him. But there was never anything like that.
Nah, Joe was the guy. The guy was also an earner too, right? Ronnie One Arm was.
He had a million guys around him earning at all times.
Yeah. He was. He brought so much to the family. It was unbelievable.
When we were growing up, like I said, in 88 Park, every guy we beat, every guy we gambled with, every guy we beat up, they were around. Every time he turned around, when we were ready to go to the tip, I'm with Ronnie One Up. I'm with Ronnie. Everybody in that neighborhood was with Ronnie. Every time he turned around, it was a beef. The guy was with Ronnie.
Yeah, and he wasn't loud either. When he come to the bars and stuff, there was a level of respect for him. He would go to his corner, have his drink, as it was Gomata with him usually.
Absolutely.
Tall, very tall.
Forget it. You just showed the picture. He looked like he was a person taller than JoJo there in that picture.
Yeah. But very respectful and very you just had that. He
real
was
gangsters moving quiet, silence and violence. That's how they move, real gangsters.
Let me ask you, Hootie. I got to ask you about the people from my neighborhood. Let me see. When you're Ozone Park, right? So did you think that the kids from Whitestone were fucking pricks or what?
College Point was tough. Whitestone was.
College Point, yeah. We used to call it Garbage Point.
Yeah, man. Listen, you had a kid. He wound up working for Willie. Albie, he had a big guy from College Point. I don't know if he was from College Point, but he ran with those kids. The Master Race, TMR.
Yeah.
I can go back. Yeah. I was in the streets before I was with these guys. I can tell you TMR, FTW, Slash and all them on,
Slash FTR,
yeah, FTR. The Master Race. College Point had some fun. And listen to me, we used to go to Metropolis on Thursday nights. College Point would come down with 300 kids, no lie, 300 guys. It was a beef. They were wiping the floors with you. You couldn't get to a beef in their neighborhood.
Yeah, we used to call, and no offense to College Point, we used to call College Point Garbage Point.
Yeah,
it was like
I can see that.
It was like I used to equate it to like, I don't know. It was like down south white people in a corner in Queens. Like they were like these tough, like white dudes, a lot of German, a lot of Irish, a lot of big fucking tough white kids.
You describe Broad Channel.
Hanging out in front of Cherry Valley, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I can't have any beef because I'm going to get a nice roast beef sandwich. I got into on that trip there in the middle of the night, getting to beef for those kids from College Point. They would start a fight for no reason anywhere they went. But I could see them being like this redheaded stepchild of that part of Queens. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of them. That one park on College Point, there was a one park. I can't tell you how many guys. Like you will never see that again. 88 Park, the same thing. 300 guys on a Saturday. Mr. G's Pizzeria, 150 guys on a Friday night.
Yes.
That park would have 300-400 guys in it. Fuck the world, FTW, FTR. Those guys would have another 500 guys drinking a keg in the middle of that park. Those days don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
College Point had a crew, which they all wrote graffiti too, obviously.
They wrote graffiti.
They had TCS in College Point, and TMR was like Bayside. And I think they used to fucking, back in the day. TMR was in the newspaper. They made the Daily News in like 91, 92. They were on like the front cover of the Daily News, like these fucking crazy gang of white kids from Bayside or whatever.
I'm gonna tell you, I ran into one of them in Rikers Island in 2015. He was a bald white kid. One of his friends just died. He was talking about Slash doing a thing. The guy that died had a baby with this kid's sister, and the kid was a full-blown Crip. That's what College Point, basically, whatever you guys want to call that area, is producing. This guy was as white as they come, bald head, and he was going up for a 10 flat or coming home from a 10 flat. I'm sitting in the bullpens with him. I'm all fucked up because I just got pinched. I was home 3 months. I'm sitting on Rikers Island, 2015, and this guy, they put a white guy in my cell, and he's a Crip, and he's from the FTWs and the TMRs and he was all about that, and he was telling me about a guy just getting. They were still graffitiing in their 30s.
Yeah, for sure.
Guy got ran over by a train or slipped. He was on a Xanax and hit his head. Who the fuck knows what the story was?
Some of them still do. Some of them still do.
Those kids are crazy about that up there. It's one thing I can say, man. Those guys had graffiti wars.
Yeah.
When I only thought that shit was in movies. I was in Franklin K. Lane hearing about these graffiti wars. I'm going, what the fuck? Like, there's more serious shit going on in the world. These guys are killing each other over tags. Crazy. And white kids, all white kids.
Yeah, North Queens, a lot of like famous graffiti writers out of North Queens, and they used to fucking like kill each other, man. Used to fucking
some serious. People think it as like a joke. I lived it, I seen it, so I know it was no joke. It was real.
Yeah, New York is crazy. You got everything everywhere. You could find anything, and anyone. You know what I mean? Any type.
I never heard Whitestone being like having tough guy killers.
Well, you know what it is with Whitestone. There's a lot of guys that live here, that come here, but it's very like they're older, right? It's not like they're young. They're more of an older crowd of wise guy. Let's put it that way.
I can't see anybody teeing up in Marlboro. Be honest with you. No. Like Bayside Terrace, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I
Bay Terrace?
That shit.
The Bay Terrace projects, you know about that?
Yeah. $4 million condo in the projects.
Yeah, we used to call it the Bay Terrace projects. Yeah.
Well, that's like where all the New York Mets live, right?
You know what it was though? Back in the day, Whitestone, like in the 70s and everything, it was like all the Lucchese heavyweights lived in Whitestone. Like you had like 5 on one block. For whatever reason, they all fucking Tremonti, Tony Ducks, Tommy Lucchese, all of them lived in fucking Whitestone. I don't know why. It was a haven. Nowadays, you have like a lot of Genovese.
Whitestone. I can't believe this. I never knew any of this.
Who's
Carmine
that?
Tremonti, Tony Ducks, Rayo, Macaluso, they all fucking. I put up a post. I don't know if you. I have another channel, NYC Crime Spot, but I put up a post on there. Well, at one point, 4 of them lived on the same block. It was like a fucking Lucchese. I don't know why. Nowadays, it's like a lot of Genovese. But like I said, they're all old guys. They're all like 60s, 70s.
With big money. And they want to be able to get they got that Italian club next to Parkside where they play Scolarin all day long.
Right, Spaghetti Park over there.
Yeah. Is that Spaghetti Park? Yeah, they got the club right next door to the restaurant.
A lot of Calabrese there. I remember a lot of kids I knew growing up.
You know how the Calabrese feel about the Sicilians.
Yeah. I like that. You know what's big now? Them fucking peppers they sell, the Calabrian peppers.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like food?
They put it on food. Yeah, Calabrian peppers, like in a hot sauce, not a regular Italian sauce, and they put Calabrian peppers.
No.
Really good.
I'm at
And
that
I'm
when
not-
you hit that certain age, you got to stop eating that spicy
I
shit.
know
I'm at
it.
that
I
level.
know it. You're so fucking right.
Man,
You're so right.
you see the size of me? You think I got this size from not eating spicy food?
That's our salud. That's health. That's
Yeah,
good.
buona salud. That's right.
Buena salud. Spaghetti
What's
Whitestone had upper match. Yeah, there was a lot of fucking bosses. 3 Lucchese bosses.
A lot of
within
waste
Whitestone.
management guys over there. I know that in Whitestone. A lot of guys own garbage companies in Whitestone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, 52 topics. We got Hootie over here. If you got any questions, let him have it. Come on. We got to break that.
You're never gonna get an entourage like this again. That you get all your answers in one
yeah.
guy.
Well,
Here he is here. Yeah. He did die in Lido Beach. You're right. Tommy Lucchese's here in the chat, apparently. He says Tommy died in Lido Beach. Yeah, he did die in Lido Beach, but he lived on
Staten
Parsons.
Island, right? If I'm not mistaken, I thought he died in Staten Island.
He was in Long Island, Lido Beach. But he lived on Parsons Boulevard in Whitestone before that.
I
Gotcha.
know where Lido Beach is. I don't know if he died where he died.
Well, I know he had a house in Lido Beach. I don't know if he died there or whatever. I'm not sure.
I always knew those guys to be on Staten Island, the Lucchese guy, Tommy Lucchese and them.
Spaghetti Park is torn up. It's been shut down for
listen,
7
guys,
months.
we're gonna have to dead this because the phone's going dead.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on,
We'll
buddy.
do this again soon.
Anytime, just pop up. That's all good, man. I love you. I love you guys.
Frankie.
I like what
It was
you're
great
doing.
to see you, Frankie.
Same here, Hootie. I love what you guys do.
Take
That's
care.
what I want to do. Real
Thank
quick.
you, bud. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
Who's the hottest puncher in Mr. G's? I seen Anthony Palmieri punch some guy out one time. Fucking knocked him flat out like no problem.
The Galati brother.
The Galati brother.
Yeah, the one that when Johnny A got in between Galati and Big Tom. Those guys would knock down fucking buildings.
Yeah.
That guy would knock down. He just came home. He did like 20 years. That guy would knock down buildings with a right hook.
Yeah, those fucking guys were strong. You know, they were.
Listen to me. You know who's the strongest guy you'll ever see? Vinny Hyde from 88 Park. Always remember that name.
There's another guy who used to McDonald or something.
Paulie McDonald from 101st Avenue.
Yeah. A friend of mine said he was one of the strongest guys he ever seen.
I seen him put up 400 pounds on a bench and never worked out with weights.
Yeah, that's what they said. He was just like fucking one of those.
Mac. But another Irish guy. These Irish guys get hit, man.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll talk soon again, guys. Let's set this up.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you
so much.
Right.
Thank you so much. Those guys bring it, bro. They bring it.
All right, that was cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun.
Yeah,
It was good to have those guys on. Make sure you go over there as Roro is showing right now. Not that they need our help, but go over there. Check out Gene and Hootie on their show. Very entertaining podcast, entertaining conversations that they're having over there. Check it out. It was cool that they came on. Some people, have a difference of opinion, but that's up to you. That's
Thank you, Dayon. I want to say to some people that I that just came on. I want to say hi to them as well. Obviously, we were in the middle of a conversation, an interview, so I couldn't get to see him. But hey, Matt, what did you think, Matt? Was it good? They do have an interest. Yeah, they do. They're funny as hell.
Dayon liked it. Matt liked it. Tommy Lucchese, what about you? Did you like it?
Yeah, let us know, guys. Let us know.
Frankie Fiordolino.
SPK. I gotta watch.
Catch you guys later. I gotta watch it. All right, Tommy Lucchese. We'll see you later. Where's Tommy Lucchese buried?
I don't know.
I wonder. I don't know why I just thought of that. Awesome show tonight. Didn't miss a minute. Thank you, J. Tro. Appreciate you, buddy. Let me go back. I was saying thank you to some of the people in the chat that donated. I want to say thank you to everybody again. Timothy O'Reilly, my man. Lisa Pizzatola. Thank you, Lisa. Fish, thank you. Phoenix, once again, for that gift in the membership. Thank you. Half Day of the Jackal. Jeff Howlett, he became a new member. Philly Bob became a member. The Kid, $1.99. Thank you. Kevin Milley became a member. The Kid again. This guy saw bucking us to death. The Kid again, $99.99 from AFBI. Another fat, bald Italian. My man. Thank you to everybody. Appreciate all of yous. And Muggsy Siegel. Yep. Thank you.
Muggsy. Louis Frankie got Muggsy.
That was a while back. Queens, his name is spelled wrong on purpose. His film, he did it that way.
Gotcha.
Oh, is that in St. John's?
Yeah, then people say St. John. Salicardi came back with the St. John's, and Sal is a trivia master. You've been like that since 1980, because I know, because I left my house and went to his house for a month, more like a year.
Yeah.
What's up,
St.
baby?
John's has a lot of them. DL, thank you. The original Crumb Bomb of 52 Topics with Frank Fiorellino. DL, he gifted a membership. I can't get the word out. Thank you so much,
for the
DL.
memberships, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well,
Tommy Lucchese. I went inside Tommy Lucchese's your house recently because they sold his house on Parsons Boulevard and they had an estate sale. So I went in, but it changed hands since. But the house is like original, it's the same. So I got to go check that out. It was nice to see your house, Tommy Lucchese. It was nice to go in there. Thank you. Charles, Ranger fan. Fuck them people with different opinion. If you want a taste of what a relationship is like between two male Italian-American New Yorkers, then Gina Hootie will give you the insight into what we are like. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you, buddy. And if you want to know the insight from a Sicilian and a Jew Rican, you come here. All right?
Vinny Boom Bots guessed it. I liked it.
Gaslight, my man.
Hey,
what's going
what's
on?
up,
Where you been,
Gaslight?
Gaslight? What are you playing? Were you playing Risk over there at the social club? What's going on?
Well, he's writing that book. He's busy. That movie.
Thank you, RD. The man, the myth, the legend. RD357. RD357 had a little TMR incident back in the day. We were talking about TMR before.
Middle Village, 77. Middle Village.
Middle Village 77, a new member. Thank you.
Frank,
appreciate you.
Frank, someone is really looking for you. Well, let me take your number down and find out who it is.
Frank, someone's looking for you. Okay. Crypto Chips 973.
Let's look who that is. Let's go find out who that is.
Someone is really looking for you.
Ooh.
If I buy a membership or just donate money, do you guys get the same? Yeah, it's the same thing. YouTube takes 30% and then we get the rest. It's the same thing. Same difference. Appreciate it, buddy. Crumb Bum.
So we got pretty good stuff coming pretty soon. Frank, Lee Cole is looking for
Lee
you.
Cole is he really?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, shout out to Lee Cole on the wrestling show because before Hulk Hogan died, he was like going hard. He's like, they're not telling you the truth. He's on death's doorstep. They're hiding it from everybody.
Wait a minute.
He was right. He had the scoop. He was right.
I know, Chris. I know. Yeah. Wait a minute. Even a fucking dog gets a bone sometimes.
No, he had the scoop, man. He was saying, he's like, they're not telling you the truth. I'm telling you, he is sicker than they're making it out to believe. He's not doing well. He's probably not long for this world, people. And he was right. And if you noticed, Lee Cole just got his 100,000 subscriber plaque. Can you believe that fucking shit?
He's got 100,000 subscribers
on the wrestling channel. So shout out to Lee Cole. He knew. He called it.
You're simply the best. That's it. Because Lee Cole, you are the best. Who needs Angel? Blah, 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 when you got Lee Cole.
Funny thing is, as long as you're friends, it doesn't matter what your nationality is. You would get, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well said, Ranger fan. Well said. So we got
John Martin. What's going on, buddy? John Martin.
We got a good show coming up. We're gonna go after on Wednesday. We're back on Wednesday, members only. And then the following Wednesday will be our season open of the Ridgewood Story Season 2, Part 1. And we will follow up every Wednesday, I think. Every Wednesday when we don't have a live, you'll get a Ridgewood.
Yeah, we're gonna hit you. Let's put it this way: we'll hit you with 2 Ridgewoods and 2 live streams a month. That's what it's looking like right now, and plus everything else. So,
and
members only live stream this Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday is going to be Ridgewood: A True Story, Part 2, Season 2. Episode 1. That's going to come out the following Wednesday. So I'm looking at the calendar right now. If you looked at the title of this video today, I thought it was June. So let me get my head straight real quick. Wednesday is the 30th. So figure August the 6th, you will get episode 1 of Ridgewood, A True Story.
Right. And then the following week, you'll get episode 2. And then we go back to the live formats. Cool.
Yeah. Let's look at that. Let's take a break. I need to collect myself for a minute. A lot of voices in my head tonight. A lot of things going on.
Your head.
I'm speaking to myself in my head. Let's look at that little trailer we put together for season 2. We also threw in a rare Vito Guzzo mugshot in the trailer. I'm sure somebody's gonna screenshot it and put it on their fuckboy Instagram any second now. But let's check it out.
Fabio Borrello, individual with strong family ties to defendants convicted in connection with the pizza connection narcotic distribution case of the 1980s.
There you go. That's our new intro for
Keep it old school, like HBO style. What do you think? What do you think? It's the new normal? You think it's the new normal?
yeah,
The woke joke new normal?
the Fine Young What was it? Fine Young Cannibals?
That's
one,
not what I mean. The last one was the Fine Young Cannibals. Brett, do the Danny Trio voice. He's a fag. David Lopez. What's up, man? Good to see you, buddy.
that was a great skit.
You guys never done nothing.
Yeah, play that skit again. I just want to crack up until
You guys couldn't find your ass.
Oh, you had to get him when he was going crazy.
I got to do the one where. So the best one is when he's responding to. I think he's responding to John A-Light or something.
Oh, that's a good one too. So this guy went around pretending he was in the life, but nobody knew where he was from. We couldn't figure him out, and he would have an aggressive demeanor about him. The Salicardi's in here. You gotta listen to this guy. This guy's the best.
Here we go.
Danny Trio.
All right, hold on. Let me get it together. Hold on a second. All right, this is Danny Trio as he appeared with Lee Cole. Obviously, if you guys don't know,
Now
this channel now belongs to James James Proctor. Hold on, I gotta take this comment off the screen. This channel now belongs to James. Let's watch that again. That's pretty funny, huh?
John A-Light gets ambushed.
All right. Let me share the screen. I'll stop the bullshit. Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell knew you?
And play this song, Albanian Blood on. See Mustache Pete?
Mustache Pete. Shout out
That's
Mustache.
kind of Danny. That might be kind of a love story with Mustache Pete and Dan. A church. I'm sorry, church. I said Dan. Okay.
No, in a ring is good, and I welcome it, and I want it. I want it so bad that I feel like I'm back in Brooklyn going to do a score. That's how I feel. I have adrenaline. My hands are fucking sweaty. I want to knock this motherfucker's face right off his body. And I mean that by the bottom of my heart. I really do.
Danny, when you were in the streets and when you were in Brooklyn and Gravesend and stuff,
just showed up.
What happened when you felt like that about somebody in the street when there was no cushion?
Well, Lee, I'm going to tell you something. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to tell you the
Bullshit.
honest truth. And I don't care who's listening, and I don't care how people take this. If somebody did something to me disrespectful or hurtful, I wanted to kill him. I really wanted to. I wanted to, whether I had a shovel, a gun, or a knife, or a.
Yo,
I felt compelled to make them feel pain like no one else ever has. And if it's death, then it's death. And that's sad to say, and it's a sick feeling, but that's how I felt. And you know, I wanted to, and I wanted to kill him.
Danny, how many street guys were like that? There were a lot of street guys like that, weren't there?
Forget about it.
I guess there were. I just know me. I knew some people that were absolutely psychotic. That if you looked at their girlfriend or wife, you had big problems. You had big problems. So yeah, there were. And
What? Why do you
I
go
guess
there?
I was part of that. That's psychosis. You know.
And you know, we were talking about Tony Sirico, who became an actor, and when he was in the street, he was they're goofy. Yeah.
If you would approach somebody and say that to their face, whether you're a tough guy or you're not a tough, what do you think is going to happen? So you're not going to do that because you don't want confrontation, but you'll come on a platform with a weird emoji as your face or whatever and talk fucking mad shit, and no, nothing's going to happen to you. So again, you know, they're all cowards that do that. You know, if you have something to say to somebody, say it to them. Just go meet them and say it. Just like A-Light. You know, he's a fucking little fag, and he hides on his platform because he can. But in the street, he wouldn't say that to nobody. Now, he wouldn't say it. He wouldn't say it. I guarantee you he wouldn't say it. That's why he's been beat up so many times.
Diaz, $50. Diaz, welcome back, and thank you very much for.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Diaz. Much appreciated. That's what I'm going to try to do. And listen, I could fight him in the ring. I'll fight him in the fucking street. But you want to know something? He will never do that. That's why he wants it in a ring. That's why he wants it in a ring. I already said that I would fight him anywhere in the street.
Yes, I did.
Step that off. No, he wants to fight in the ring. But you know what, John A-Light? I'll fight you in the ring.
And how many miles are you from John A-Light, approximately?
48 miles from Tampa, big shot. Big shot. And I'll come anywhere by myself, big shot.
Joey Melrose says Danny looks a lot thinner in his car.
Thank you. Well, let them keep thinking I'm fucking fat and I'm this. Just wait and see.
I seen pictures of you, Danny. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I'm fat compared to you, Danny.
It's stupid.
Maybe I'll even fuck John A-Light in his ass when I beat the shit out of him. Just to prove a point.
Hey, great point here.
You got to go back to that. Oh my God, I don't remember that one. What?
That's why he wants it in a ring. I already said.
Did you guys hear that?
Fight him anywhere.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Why won't he accept that offer? No, he wants to fight in the ring. But you know what, John A-Light? I'll fight you in the ring.
Maybe I'll even fuck.
And right now, how many miles are you from John A-Light, approximately?
48 miles from Tampa, big shot. Big shot. And I'll come anywhere by myself, big shot.
Joey Melrose says Danny looks a lot thinner in his car.
He got pissed here. This is where he gets pissed.
Well, let them keep thinking I'm fucking fat and I'm this.
Fat.
Just wait and see.
I seen pictures of you, Danny. Yeah, they
coming.
Don't,
it's coming.
Yeah, I'm fat compared to you, Danny.
You got.
Maybe I'll even fuck John A-Light in his ass when I beat the shit out of him, just to prove a point.
God.
Hey, great point here.
He was like,
unique mastiffs. Why are these jerk-offs coming to Florida?
From someone that complains about the hustle in the street.
What anybody on this platform says, I don't give a fuck about your fanboys. I'm going to try to maim you in the fucking ring. Take that to the bank.
That might be a new drop.
He thought it was funny when he thought that somebody was getting fucked in the ass.
That might be a new drop. I mean, I don't want to offend A-Light, but Lee didn't say nothing when he said that. He was just like, yeah.
Oh, this was me.
Maybe you will, people.
I'll call you later.
Phoenix. So what are you saying is if Danny was in the live, he was the undie boss.
Good one. Good one. Yeah, yep. That's a good one, BTF. Now, this guy, if in case you're not familiar with Danny Trio, they looked him up. He was not in the life, was never even did 15 years in jail, never killed somebody on a botched robbery of a jewelry store, but he burglarized a couple of houses, and get this, he was stealing underwears. I can't make this up. He was the underwear burglar.
No, he was the wash and wear burglar, because he would go into people's houses, he would steal shit, but before he left the house, he would take a shower and leave and take their clothes to change it. Jason Marlin, I'd gladly fight Trio anywhere, anytime. Anywhere, anytime. Bag. He tried punking me out on a Facebook group. Turns out I was 100%. Yeah, he runs Facebook groups. I even called him out about the same thing, and he lies.
Yeah, nah, fucking just unbelievable.
Maybe I'll fuck Johnny like his ass. I never heard that one.
Some of these guys, and then the spiffy. We got to get to the breadcrumb of the week, whatever.
Oh, the crumb bum of the week. Who? All right.
You're a real crumb bum. You're a crumb bum. Real crumb bum.
Who's your crumb bum of the week?
On a serious note, I'm gonna get to that Kohlberger piece of shit motherfucker in Idaho. That one of the victims there. Sick the wheel, Giacomo Amato. Yeah, that chick, her sister got killed. She let him know what he was. He was just a fucking loser and not good at what he did. You know what I mean? And that's where he is, for that. So that's where we are, But that's my guy. And now on a real world, in our world, in this genre, I'm going back with Angel Gotti. What the fuck is going on? I accidentally went on that fucking station yesterday. Bro, it's a fucking shit show. It's a shit show. And I don't even want to repeat what was fucking the stupidity that was going around, but definitely her show. What do you got?
So my crumb bum developed as we were live. I have some terrible news out of Manhattan. Officer killed, several people shot by a mass shooter in a building in Manhattan. That's the crumb bum of the week for me. Other than that, I mean, I had a couple of other things I was thinking about. You know what? One thing I don't like? I don't like when, so whoever does this, you're the crumb bum. I don't like when I don't really care like when celebrities die that much, because I didn't know them, right? But I don't like when like famous people that are beloved by millions die, and then you have those people online trying to find something they said like 30 years ago to fucking. And I've been seeing a lot of that lately. So whoever does that, you're a crumb bum. And that's about it. I don't like that stuff. I don't like that you take 30 seconds of somebody's 70 years on Earth and you use that against them to like come up with some fucking narrative about them. I don't like when people do that. So whoever does that, you're a fucking crumb bomb. Mass shooter in Manhattan, you're a fucking crumb bomb. Danny Trio, you're a crumb bomb. People who hang out in, I won't say it. So there's a lot of crumb bombs. Nah, who else? It was the NFL headquarters just came over my, oh, Jesus Christ. Building, housing, Blackstone, NFL HQ. Holy shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And rest in peace, Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne.
We got to talk about Ozzy the other day.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan passed away. As Lee Cole said, he was going to pass away once again. You don't like that, though, do you? You don't like it till you don't like that.
You notice I'm not listening. I don't know.
Oh, Middle Village says, Frank, you remember the busy corner fruit stand on Knickerbocker?
Shout out to Santino Cingolini. I like saying that name. Frank, you remember busy corner fruit stand on Knickerbocker Avenue? Yes, that was owned by Frank Radisi's dad.
Is that right?
Was,
really?
Yeah. That
Maybe a
was right.
former player with CTE. Jesus, hope not.
The dude looks like a little Abner. Gotcha. Santino does not like Nadu. Where's Nadu been?
He surfaced. I saw him put a short out.
Okay.
Hulk
So what do you
Hogan.
got? We're gonna come back on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're coming back on Wednesday. We're gonna unpack some stuff on Wednesday.
Unpack.
What do you got for Wednesday?
So Wednesday we're gonna cover a year. A year in New York City. That's one of our topics. We always like to cover anyway.
Yep.
Crimes that took place in a certain year, ones that were like national news, and then we like to do one a mob that was involved with the mob. Like to cover music that year. We like to cover.
Yeah, those are like my favorite things that we do.
And you guys seem to like them, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna have James Bucciolato back, so he's gonna be with us in that segment. And
is he coming back on? Is he coming back on Wednesday?
Yes, James is
He's gonna do the year with us.
He's going to do the year with us, and we're gonna discuss. We're also gonna discuss Sicilian factions of mob families, which are still going, which are still not, and ones that people still think are going, like they were in the 70s.
We're gonna have to put Bucciolato on the payroll soon.
Well, you know what? Right now, he's actually on break from teaching.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
And we always love to have him on. So we're gonna have a good mob show.
I know it's a lot for him probably to like up and decide that, I want to do a YouTube channel, but I don't know. I feel like he should. A lot of people like him. I've never seen one person ever say, not like, his friend over there. I never seen anyone say anything bad about the guy. I think he could fill up a live stream as he helps us do here when he comes on. But it's a lot. I understand. It's probably, I mean, I don't know if he's thought about it, but I know he's got other things going on. But that's somebody who I think would have a good YouTube channel.
Oh, for sure. He's an author. He's you heard him the other time. He helped consultations in movies,
for the Trader.
For the Trader, which was which was a really well made movie. The acting was phenomenal. I mean, I used to watch the clips. I seen the real players on documentaries, and the actors really got them to a T.
Yeah. Ryan Brown, of course. Ryan Brown wants to know if of course. 100%. As Danny Trio would say. Yeah. That's my buddy. I'm trying to get him to New York. It's a fucking near impossibility so far, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we shall see. There he is. Do I got him? There he is in the corner. We'll put him up there just because you asked about him. There he is in the corner with his I think it's like a Ferrari or some shit. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, those guys. You want to talk? People talk about fucking farm teams. That was probably one of the most lethal farm teams ever.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, they had a group, and they look a lot older because you look at the 70s picture. Guys in their 20s look like they're 40 today.
Pete the prick. Yeah. Hopefully soon.
Yes.
Hopefully soon, Charles. Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
We got a lot to do.
Are we out?
Yeah. What do we got? 2 hours and 8 minutes. Let's make it 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then we'll get out of here.
All right. Anybody got questions? Let us know.
That's something I wonder, because I actually was going to ask them. I wasn't going to bring up Pete or anything, but you talk about like former guys involved with that life or whatever that didn't cooperate, that come on YouTube. But if they're not made and they didn't take an oath, is there a difference?
Yeah, no, there's no difference.
There's no difference. Okay.
I mean, yeah, the other one's taking them. Of course, the other one's taken more seriously when a guy's made, but You tell. You want that, good night.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about cooperators. I'm talking about guys who didn't cooperate and they were former associates and they come on YouTube and they talk about their life.
I don't think so.
Right. I don't think so either, by the way.
Ryan Brown. Frank, who is the
What
next?
do I know?
You guys have questions. Let's do it. Frank, who is the next mob guy to get compassionate release in your opinion? I don't know. There's a lot of mob guys that are getting old there.
Let's see who's there. Compassionate release? They'd have to be sick, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, or just did good. You got to be compassionate towards them.
Oh yeah. Right.
I don't know. I don't know how good of an inmate Henry Borrelli's been, but they let the other guys out. He's there.
Fucking
Obviously,
Henry Borrelli's story is crazy. That's a crazy one.
Vito Reyna. Isn't he dead?
But it's I think he's talking about Vic Arena.
Oh, Vic Arena was the boss, and a lot of people died because of his decisions. He was supposed to be a leader in that. So that's going to be hard on his thing, But Tony Aiello is another one, been in there freaking since '84.
Brett, most likely they won't talk or interview you. The person I know had turned in a couple of million in interviews and movies because he won't talk. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. I mean, I know those twins that got out. I mean, they're never going to talk.
Get back in that. No. They ain't.
No.
What were we gonna say? Somebody asked about Florida. No, I never had dealings with Florida. Actually, I went to Florida for the first time, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. But no, I had no dealings with Florida. We're good?
Trying to see something.
Sure.
Do an episode on Corona. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we could do Corona.
Some associates are meant for that thing than rich guy captains. Yeah,
I've seen that too.
Roxana Peretti, where are you from? Queens. Yeah, Queens. Frank too.
Well, you from Queens? Yeah, Ridgewood, which is on the border. Frank, you never mentioned Jolly Cafe on White Claw Ferry. I remember that place. Good, that's a good place. That was owned by an old man named Benora, and he was associated with the what was his name? He was associated with the Sicilian Gambino guys.
Frank, do you happen to know Dominic Ranelli from West Side? He knew the Grimaldis very well and several others.
No, don't sound familiar.
Tommy Karate Compassionate. Fucking no.
No, fuck. I mean, look,
No.
if they gave, I think his thing was that, well, I don't know. Look, after they let the two Gemini twins out, who's to say?
There's more. Tommy, there's a lot of other things going on with karate that, there's something about chopping up a woman in a bathtub that, doesn't put you in a good light. Not to mention all the fucking books and all the weird shit they found in his apartment. I mean, they look at him like they look at fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying? They look at him the same way. In my opinion, that's how they're looking at a guy like that. And I don't think he's ever going to get out of prison.
Yeah.
Where was Lefrak? Well, Lefrak is still around. Lefrak City. That's in. I guess it's considered Elmhurst. I think. I don't know. That whole area is like. You see it from the fucking the LA.
Yeah, I see it from Pallets all the time.
Justice for Henry and Joey. Yeah, Henry got fucked. He's getting fucked every day. Which lesser known mob guys do you think should get more recognition than they currently do? Scarce always mentions guys who are powerhouses, but less Scare. Scare always mentioned guys who were powerhouses, but were lesser known. It's a good question.
Very good question. I'm going to blank on one.
It's a good
Get
question.
him over and then kill. Currently do less known mob guys. Scale as much of guys who were powerful but less known. It depends. I mean, back in the day, there was a lot of guys that did their own thing and then one. You look, Sammy the Bull was really like an acting captain at the point where that shit goes down with Castellano, and really wasn't in the radar that much. So he says, but then I find that a little bit so because if you're in Bensonhurst and you're at Tally's and you're hanging out with all these guys, you want some kind of radar. Okay, maybe not on a New York City radar, but you were definitely on a radar.
I would say so. Yeah, I mean,
but that's one guy that comes to mind that a lot of people thought he wasn't as big as he was until he started hanging out with.
I personally never believed that. I mean, what do I know? But I personally never believed that.
Yeah, I find that hard sometimes.
I find that pretty hard to believe
because at the end of the day, fucking Bensonhurst is the mecca of the mob. You talk about like farm teams. Okay, there's at least 40 farm teams when I was growing up in Bensonhurst on every block. Some bigger than others, but they all had some kind of somebody who would get their hands dirty. Shout out to Mike Yamin, by the way.
I mean, just think of it logically, right? You have a guy who's heavily involved in the construction industry, a guy who has owned popular lounges and nightclubs in neighborhoods, and he gets made in the 1970s. How could he not be on anybody's radar? I mean,
Roxana
makes no sense.
Roxana puts it in perspective right there.
Not to mention that fucking guy got whacked right outside his fucking club, the Frank Fiala guy.
Right, Frank the Czech. But Roxana says that he was known in Bensonhurst, and we never heard of Gotti till Castellano.
There you go.
Very, very good point because yeah.
I never understood why people said that. Proletarian. Frank, have you heard of any interaction stories about Antonio Salamoni or your older relatives or Gambino Sicilians? He was in New York and South America, heroin and other rackets. Antonio Salamoni.
Salamoni. Yeah, I did. I've heard of him. He was in the Gambino faction. I've heard of him, but nothing major. Anybody
The government holds it. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It seems like anybody who flew a flag from Sicily, when you made guys from Sicily that were here into that kind of business, the heroin, the junk, whatever, and mainly lived here in the States, flew under Patsy Conti's flag in Queens, and in Brooklyn it was the Gambino brothers.
The government holds it against Henry because he beat a murder rap. Yeah, he beat a double homicide. So the government treats him as a convicted murder, which he technically is not. I mean, if I had to guess, he's killed a dozen or more people, but he only had him on those two. Eddie and Guido DeCurtis, they all had gay spots in Manhattan. Gambino guys and Neil's crew. Matty the Horse gets the credit. But it really was. Yeah, Matty the Horse, he does get credit for a lot of the gay stuff, I think, and a lot of the porn stuff. I think that's a little overrated, too. I think Matty the Horse might have, I don't know, maybe he owned some buildings, or he was very much involved in a lot of, I think, the garbage industry, a lot of the restaurant and bars. I'm not saying he wasn't involved in a lot of porn or whatever, but I think some people overplay it, unless I'm wrong. I think there was bigger players in that area, like a Mickey Zaffarano, for example, like a Robert DiBernardo. But I think he had the nightclub, the restaurants, and the fucking garbage in Midtown Manhattan on fucking lock. That's for fucking sure.
All right.
I think Frank has to go.
No, I don't. You know who was? I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. You were talking about the industry. Your friend Anthony Rubino owned a couple of gay spots.
Anthony Rubino, yeah. I think in mob circles and neighborhood, these guys were well known. I don't see how they weren't. Yeah, of course, obviously, definitely. It was Eddie DeCurtis, and they had the Stonewall, and these guys were owning these spots in the 60s. Yeah. I think porn and strip clubs and everything, as far as Matty the Horse, as far as how I always believed it, I always believed it was a little overplayed. Vinny Assaro's uncle, Zaffarano. I mean, he was basically a fucking real estate mogul. And he had a bunch of he had real estate in the area where all the gay stuff probably went away. They had to go. Yeah, he had real estate, but a lot of other guys did too that were involved as well, like a Zaffarano or a Joe Bikini, a DiBernardo, a Richard Basciano, who I think is some sort of federal asset informant. So that's always been my opinion, but okay. I never saw the Deuce Gaslight. I never watched it. And I'm not saying, by the way, that Matty the Horse wasn't involved in that stuff. I just think that there was guys that were a lot more bigger in that field than he was, as far as the X-rated stuff goes. Yeah, I never saw it, Gaslight. I'm a bad show watcher. I'm a bad movie watcher. I don't know shit. Believe me. Don't ask me about shows, movies. I know nothing.
What is his show coming? When's Gaslight's show coming out?
Let us know, Gaslight.
Yeah. Let us know when your show. I'm kind of excited. He's doing something on the Sicilian faction of the Banana.
Who was the Jew that had a big part of all that? Who was the Jew? I know that one of Richard Basciano's and Robert DiBernardo. I know that there was a guy that had a piece of the show world. His name is escaping me right now. It was a Jewish guy who had a piece of the show world with them. I don't remember his name right now off the top of my head. Jason Allen says yes. I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name.
Cingolini says behind every successful Italian is usually a smart Jew.
You think so? Who is that guy that owned the show world with Basciano? Let's see. I'm going to look that up.
What are you looking for?
The federal informant, FBI intelligence, Richard Basciano.
Richard Basciano.
That's my conspiracy, guys. Sorry. That's my conspiracy. Sorry.
Sure, we got 156 people on here.
Yeah. Yep.
Talk about some porn and they all come running.
Yeah. Show world. Let's see. Show world. Center. Owners.
96 likes. Like button, guys.
Basciano. I don't know. It'll take me too long to find it. Roy DeMeo had a piece of the show world too. He was a financial backer of the show world as well.
You excited about season 2?
I am excited.
We're gonna have new characters on season 2. You know that.
Yeah, new people are coming in. VG's coming in.
He is coming in strong.
No relation to Vinny Gorgeous. No relation to Vinny Gorgeous. No. Guzzo's coming in. We're getting some good people. Some good people. I mean, some good characters, I guess, coming in.
I got an interview tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that for a second while I try to find this.
All right. So I have an interview with OC Shorts again. And more than likely, I should tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about farm teams. We're talking about how they differ. And I'm doing a lot of, I hate to use the word investigating, but again, research, I guess, on certain, and I compare them. Like, for example, we got Sammy's the Ramparts. You ever heard of the Ramparts?
The Rampers, yeah.
The Rampers, whatever. They were a series of bunch, and you had 3 powerhouses out there. One gets killed at a young age, Jimmy Emma. And then you got Jerry Papa, Genovese guy, that happened to be Johnny Papa's dad.
Yep.
And then, of course, Sammy's part of that whole clique. Then you had the Fulton boys, the Fulton Rockaway boys there.
Yeah.
That's John Gotti's crew, another farm team back in the day. and we have the Bat Avenue crew, which to me actually was the more hungry of the group. And I'm saying this, I know John Gotti is in one group and all that, but it just seemed that these guys were going hard and young too. And the Bay Parkway guys, which is Dino and Little Dino and Joey Caves.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's my friends, you know. And we'll go into that one. Will there be a true deep dive on your Uncle John at some time? Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess there can be, but he was in and out of my life. Like my Uncle Cheech should have a stronger one, a stronger dive than my Uncle John, being that I was around him more. And my Uncle John would go back and forth from Italy, especially after that war in the 60s. It seemed he was always getting subpoenaed. They were asking about him. He would go back and forth. He actually gets arrested in Sicily as well. But like I said before, I don't get to meet my Uncle John, even though he was in the United States for a long time, because when we were in Italy, he was here. And then when we finally came here, he fled back to Italy. I get to meet him when I'm about, probably when I'm 6 or 7 years old. The golden, there was the Golden Guineas and the Fordham Daggers. I think that's the Wanderers. Am I correct? Yeah, I think he's getting to that.
And the Bayside Zombies.
The Bayside. You wrote about them, didn't you?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the music we put together for our segments? I like it. You don't like it?
I enjoy it.
No comment. That was it. I enjoy it.
I enjoy it. Yeah, news report. Yeah, we talked about it before, Cynthia. Crazy shit, man. Once I get off here, I'm going to dig into that.
Yeah.
Greek diners in Queens were bankrolled by a Jew who was backed by the mob. Is that right? Something about those Greeks and those diners, huh?
The burgers are good, but I know they're fucking with the meat though.
What do you mean?
It's like every time the Greek diners.
Something with the meat?
Yeah, they're seasoned or something like that. You know, they're not like you get a fucking burger at a regular American diner.
They season them up, huh? You know, usually makes good burgers like Greek spots, like the gyro spots. I'm sorry, gyro, whatever the fuck. The gyro spots, right? Like the real Greek spots. They do like a charbroiled burger usually.
Yes. Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they do a nice charbroiled burger. They put it on right on the grill over the hot open fire, and they char that shit. That shit's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It just tastes different. I like it. But, it's not bad. It's not bad.
This guy was open carrying a massive gun. I think it was an automatic. No one outside the office building was bothered by the phone. That's what's going on in New York City. You know, you see something, don't say something. You know, people are just like, yeah, whatever, and they just keep going. I don't know. I got to look into that one. I don't know what the hell's going on, man.
Donut shops.
Oh, Tower King ain't feeling it. He ain't feeling that music. Sorry.
No,
thank you, Roro.
Music don't work for me. All right, we might go. I don't know. That was Alpha. What's the name of that group? It sounds like a melody or something like that. If from an '80s tune, I like it. Very dramatic. Howard King says no. Let's look into something.
He ain't feeling it.
Yeah, feel it. Do you like you don't like the song? ABBA. Santino Cingolini likes ABBA.
Yeah, ABBA. Okay.
For some reason, I do not believe you, Cingolini. That's one douche's opinion. I like it.
Can we replay it? All right, let's all right, we'll replay it. We'll see.
All right, tell me what you feel about our opening.
We'll do a vote. There's 158 people here. One, if you like it. Two, if you don't like it.
We'll keep the first one. How about that?
Or we could just bring back Fine Young Cannibals.
Yes.
One, if you like it. Two,
one, if you like the Fine Young Cannibals. Two, if you like this one.
All right. One, if you like Fine Young Cannibals, bring that back. We always end the show with a new song, by the way, if you guys have noticed anyway. The original series is always a new song at the end.
Yes.
To fade out into. So if you want Fine Young Cannibals back, we'll bring that back. Personally, I enjoyed that a lot. Or if you like this one. One, Cannibals. Two, whatever the fuck this is. I don't remember the name.
I don't remember the name, but Frankie called me up. He said, listen, I got this song. I like it. I put it on the thing, and that's how we ended up here, Bo. So let's check it out.
Fabio Borrello, individual with strong family ties to defendants convicted in connection with the Pizza Connection narcotic distribution case of the 1980s.
Everybody's saying to bring back the cannibals, man.
Well, I can't. Well, that's what it's gonna be. But
wow, cannibal. Another one.
Can we listen to the cannibal?
Another one. Tower King, Middle Village, Vincent Michael.
We don't got
Jimmy
one.
Calamandri about.
This guy says it sounds like Scarface. This guy says it's game show music. BTF Phoenix says one, bring it back. Billy D. Williams.
I was thinking about Gnarls Barkley's Crazy. That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, guy.
That's going to be a tough one.
Lisa Pistatola says, bring back Fun Young Cannibals.
We got it. You guys win. Let's hear the Cannibals, Happy Jack McKenna says.
Shit. I'll play it on my phone. I'll just play it on my phone. How's that sound?
If it makes you angry, it sounds like Panisi music.
Says Cheryl Crow. It sounds like game show music.
All right.
I can see that. I can see that. It sounds like Panisi music. That's right. That's right. It does sound like Panisi. After he drops like a sick burn on somebody at the end of his videos, he'll like burn somebody really bad, and then it'll be like dum 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 dum. I said no, I would have never been a part of that life. Dum 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 dum.
Blondie automatic, like as in Blondie, like Deborah Harry.
He asked me the question, and I said, "Well, I wouldn't be so stupid enough to ever ask that question to begin with." Boom, 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 boom. All right, hold on, guys.
All right. Unless you're going with Ace of Base. How about Barbie Girl?
I love Ace of Base, by the way. Huge Ace of Base fan. Huge.
Yeah, we're going to have to go with that one again. Would it be hard to switch it over?
No.
Okay, now you got it. You got it. You guys win. BTF Phoenix says
It's very coming of age.
The coming of age, yeah.
It's very coming of age.
That's what you got. You got that again, guys. You picked it. He's making this series yours, and that's what counts. It's all of ours. Woke. Okay.
It's woke. It's the new normal, farmer. It's the new normal. Switch it over and stop the baloney.
Do the woke of life.
All right, so you're pro gay.
I guess.
Really? All right, what do you got, bro?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's life.
Fuck Ace of Base Gotham. Jesus Christ.
Nobody
I am an Ace of Base fan. Okay, buddy.
How many people we got on this? This is incredible.
147.
We're just strolling right along, and you guys are here with us. I love it. We got
switch it over, stop the baloney. Yeah, I mean we could. Yeah, we're gonna switch it back. I guess we'll switch it up. We'll throw obviously at the end. We always do the other songs.
Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell?
Baloney.
We always do the other songs. So
which one? Does anyone feel Sammy looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings? Bro, that's been used by so many. That and what's the other guy they call him? They also call him the other guy too. What the fuck? That fucking idiot in Rhode Island calls him something.
Hills Have Eyes?
No, it's not the Hills Have Eyes. Fuck. Shit.
I don't know.
The fuck is it? Schmiegel. Schmiegel.
Oh, Schmiegel. Yeah.
John Gotti was not gay.
John Gotti was not gay.
Thanks for letting us know. Do you
Hey,
think Bonaventure and Amato were recipients of a miracle where they were backup shooters on July 12th, 1979?
Come on, man. Really?
Come on, man.
Recipient. Yeah, they told me to see nothing. You hear me? And put these jackets on, these leather
You don't see a
jackets.
shaved cast.
Yes. Schmiegel.
All right. So Fine Young Cannibals, I guess, is coming back. We're going to bring that
Yeah.
back. And, okay, so you're pro-gay.
Do you have the ones where he's spelling shit?
No, I don't have the Wheel of Fortune one.
Don't be sorry, Gaslight. No, I was just kidding. But
It's fine. I got 29 fucking Sammys over here, and I don't have the thing. You got to chop up the Danny Trio and the Sammy Bull one together. Yeah, so I'll do the Danny Trio. We'll chop it up. We'll do. I might fuck John A. Light in his ass.
All right, so you're pro-gay.
We just throw that one in. All right, so you're pro-gay. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is the best. Yeah, it is. It is the best. Can you do 70s porn music? Yeah, you probably could. Probably could.
Hi, how are you? I'm your mechanic.
Who's that?
All the acting in those.
Tower King wants to pick the team song for season. All right. We'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll do a vote for season 3.
That's fine with me. If you guys feel that you could feel something that's right, and we can vote on it, let's do it. Yeah.
Movie tip: Pusher from 1996. Masterpiece. Pusher. Okay. Pusher from 1996. Pusher, 1996.
So cool. I still weed. I still.
Nicholas Winding Ren. Is the F silent? Ren. R-E-F-N. Ren. But a drug dealer who loses money and faces deadly consequences. The installment trilogy features Mads Mikkelsen in his debut. All right, cool. Pusher. 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Good. Pusher.
I will check it out. Some of these porn music.
All right, cool. I have it in my history here now.
Wow.
Dan Skewer got pinched for mopery. Yeah, we can get the we'll get it done. All right. I think we're gonna get going. Wednesday, our second members only live stream. You guys want to become a member? The comment is pinned to the top of the comment section. It's $4.99 a month. We're going to give you the 2 extra live streams a month. You're going to get the Ridgewood series, and you're going to get community posts. And you're going to get tomorrow. I'm going to be putting out a community post. Proletarian on parole. Proletarian scumbag. Malamore proletarian. He's going to write stuff for the channel, and we're going to put it on the community post. So look out for tomorrow on the community post for the members only, and you'll get to see
stuff,
that.
by the way, Pro. Good stuff. I like what you wrote. It wasn't long. It was to the point, and it doesn't leave people fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you, Dan Tundis. Appreciate you, buddy.
Best.
Dan Tundis, he's grilling some ribs and listening to my guys. Thank you, Dan. You're the man, buddy. You're the man. Don't be a crumb bum. As protect your neck. Yeah, that's a good one. As Proletarian commented earlier, if you're not a member of the channel, it means that you're probably on the Jeffrey Epstein list. So that's something you're going to have to live with. Santino, have a good night. Matt, have a good night. King James, have a good night. Happy Jack McKenna, Crypto Chips. Thank you, buddy. Dwayne, Dan Tundis, the great Roro G, Gaslight, Farmer, Proletarian, Scott H, Chris, Tower King, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And a special thanks to, can't forget about Lisa Pizzatola. Thank you, Lisa. Cayman. Yo, Cayman, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in forever, man. What's going on, man? Ni hao ma. Sorry, that's the wrong phrase. BTF Phoenix. Thank you so much. Great to have you hanging out tonight. Say it again.
Ni hao ma.
No, that's a greeting. Like, how you doing? Hello, Chinese. Mr. McGill. All right, I gotta stop reading comments, guys. We'll see you Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, a friend of mine, personal friend of mine, a friend to the show here on 52 Topics, a friend of NYC Crime Spot, is going to be featured in the new Son of Sam docuseries. It's coming out this Wednesday. Manny Grossman will be featured in that documentary. Please check it out. He's in Puerto Rico. He left the United States of America proper. He's living in the Commonwealth of the United States of Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. We will see you soon.
Tower King. You said Giorgio Moroder's Chase. What was so different about that and the one we just played, the one I had? They're basically like really about the same, you know, Midnight Express. It's kind of the same synthetic music. I don't know. We'll see. You definitely got us off to what I liked anyway. So what do we got?
Is it Edwin Jimenez?
Oh, that guy, Edwin Jimenez. Do you know him?
Who's
He's
that?
like, was on Angel Show, the old man from Puerto Rico. Hey, good morning.
This is a family show. This is a family show. There is no trolls allowed here. This is a family show. That guy's out of his fucking mind. Actually, I'm sorry. He's probably a nice guy. I'm sorry to say that. He's probably a nice guy. He's just a little weird.
Well, why is he wearing a fucking suit at 3 in the morning? Hello, Angel. He's got a fucking rose between his teeth.
I think he used to go on Calandras and do that. And he used to go, Jimmy Calandra show. This is a family show.
Jimmy Calandra. Angel sent me.
Yeah.
MRE.
Yeah. This is a family show.
You want to talk about fucking nut jobs? You go to her show. There's every fucking nut job out there. Forget about it. She's crazy. Thank you, Edwin. You ever hear it? Thank you, Edwin.
Never watched it. He used to go on everyone's show. This is a family show. This is a family show.
Yeah, he's like an 80-year-old.
It's like, yeah, so, you know, they went over there and they blew their fucking heads off in the car over there on Bath Avenue. This is a family show, everybody. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. We'll see you soon.
He sleeps in a coffin. He sleeps in a coffin, comes out at night.
Yeah, he's like the Puerto Rican Nosferatu over there.
Hold on, my friends. It's me, Edwin. From Puerto Rico.
Jose Ferratu over there in Puerto Rico. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
And yeah. See you Wednesday.
Buenas noches.
Make sure you're there.
Buenas noches. He's like, Goya is good for you. Thank you,
Goya
Edwin.
is a family company.
Yeah. Thank you, Edwin. Good night, Edwin. Okay. Yeah, and he's always like that one more thing guy, like I'm doing right now. One more thing.
One more thing. Goya, Sazon.
You are a queen.
Oh my God. Does he say that?
Yeah. He's fucking off his rocker.
I hate that simp shit, man. Stop it already.
He doesn't know.
Anyway, shout out to Puerto Rico. That's where my father was born. That's where Manny Grossman is. So everybody, have a good night. If you're a member to this channel, you could hang out with us on Wednesday. You could see our last live stream. You could see our last episode, the year 1973. And you could see the Giannini crew press conference from 1996, which is also on members only. Everybody, have yourselves a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Now you got me doing this all fucking to the island of Puerto Rico. Edwin Jimenez.
Jose Ferratu.
You're so nice, Edwin.
Jose Ferratu.
He $20 for the deck, you know, $50. Oh, he shouldn't have did that, Edwin. You see now.
20.
Yeah, he's emptying out his fucking like bank account, and she's like, "Thank you, it's for the cats."
So Matt says, so Happy McKenna says you're pro gay, and then Matt says, stretch it, bro. Come on.
Yeah, bro.
All right, so you're pro gay. John Gotti was not gay. That's not a gun. I'm just happy to see it.
God damn, that's creepy as shit.
Remember? I didn't make it up. Roberto Clemente. That's right.
checking out one of those things he was doing. Anna was there, and he was making the moves inadvertently, like, you know, when you could suck my dick, and then he looks to the side and fish eyes the chick, see if she's looking.
Yes.
You know when he does that shit.
Yeah.
But this one was he was talking. I gotta show it to you. He really gets in debt. He goes, "You're not gonna like what you hear right here, but you know we used to go get laid there." And he's looking, and he goes like that, and he looks, and I'm like, there he goes doing it again. See if she fucking bites. You know what I mean?
He's like this.
On.
You're not gonna like this.
Yeah. Then he's sitting out, spread eagle, right? He's tear a fucking jeans.
We would go there, you know. I don't know how to say it now, but you know, we basically get laid over there. And you know,
he does the fish eyes.
You know,
he fish eyes. He's like,
if a woman, you know, was a hot dish, you know, we had to eat. You know what I'm saying? And Marie,
he thinks he's gonna catch her like fucking feeling herself up while he's talking. You know, like she's getting horny over it. That's what he in his sick mind. You know, he's like, "Oh, Sammy, oh, Sammy."
I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, but
you know,
he had a nice ass.
That's what we did back then.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
You know, I'm not married anymore, but
BTF Phoenix, if you ever do Fugazi Friday and highlight someone like Ronnie or True yes, the theme song from Penny. Let's see.
It was great. It was so fucking cringe too, because this is where he starts incorporating the woman's voice to his stories. Because we're gonna do something different today. I gotta send it to you. We're gonna do something different where Anna is gonna like engage, and she's not engaging like the 50th minute, and he goes like this. Okay, now it's your turn. It's your turn. Oh, okay, like real bad acting. When did you decide to like leave the like? Well, yeah, almost. He's like, you know, but it's fucking crazy.
He takes a deep breath.
Well, leaving the life was never something So anyway, you're pro-gay.
Yeah. All right, bro, I'm done.
Enough. Listen, enough. All right, guys. That's the longest fucking goodbye ever.
This lie of ours, Bo.
All right, Dwayne. Have a good one. Matt, have a good one. BTF Phoenix, have a good one. Raw, have a good one. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you Wednesday. Dan Tundes, good luck with those ribs.
Good luck with those ribs, Bo, okay? I used to go to Tony Roma's.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Todos dias.
Maybe you'll fuck. Ain't gonna fuck my ass. All right, see you later.
All right.
See you later, Lisa. Peace.